What is good with y'all, man? It's crunch time. Hit like y'all join in, man. And let's talk about the situation real quick with Jokic and the Denver Nuggets as they have just fired their coach. So I'm gonna give my opinions real quick. Then we're gonna all talk about it. Personally, on the last stream I just did talking about Cade Cunningham and the playoff predictions and all that. I said that I believe that we have to talk about Jokic's responsibility in it. His responsibility of getting the coach fired. I believe he has something to do with it. We'll get to that in a second though. But honestly, y'all, something in the back of my mind is telling me there's some fishy stuff going on that's bigger than what we think, man. Because when the Grizzlies coach got fired right before they played the Lakers, when the Grizzlies coach got fired right before they played the Lakers, and then now all of a sudden the Nuggets are firing their coach before the playoffs start. I just can't help but think that it's something underhanded going on to low-key help the Lakers, man. And that's just my opinion, bro. Y'all gonna say what y'all want to say about it. Oh, you always hating on whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's just what I think, bro. I think it's something. I think the Lakers have... It's crazy. It's crazy to say, but I think the Lakers low-key have something to do with it. Meaning, I think it's just, you're just clearing out the competition for the Lakers, making it easier for them. But ultimately, though, listen, bro. I believe that next season, or pretty soon, Jokic is going to play with Luka Doncic, bro. Because I don't know if Jokic is giving up on the team. Basically, a lot of people are saying he doesn't have no help. Now for them to go ahead and fire the coach 3 games before the playoffs, it's just weird, man. It's very, very weird, bro. We need to get back to the culture of everybody sticking together, bro. Players and the coaches staying on the organization for long term, bro, so that we can build dynasties again, build identity again, man. Like Chuck Daly on the Pistons. Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Phil Jackson on the Bulls, man. Lakers, man. Red Auerbach. Who is gonna be our new dynasty, man, going forward, bro? They already won a ring. But I honestly want to know you guys' opinion on this. I don't really have much to say on it. I think they're gonna play. I think Luka and Jokic gonna play together. I think that they might team up next if LeBron James leaves. Now it would be crazy if he re-signed and played with him, so it can be a big three. But I just see that happening soon. And also, this is the main reason I said this too. Because if you go onto NBA Central on Twitter, it says that the Lakers are now the favorites to acquire Jokic next season, or to be Jokic's next team. You know what I mean? Right here, the odds and all of that. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Let's talk about it.
Yo, what's up, Crunch?
What's up, bro?
How are you, bro? How are you, man?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
Good. Hey, bro, this is some crazy shit, bro. Nah, this is just bananas, actually, bro. I'm genuinely. How do you fire a coach so? The players are about to start, bro. I don't know if it's the Lakers. I don't know what it is, bro. But you can't tell me Jokic shouldn't have something to do with this, bro. Because this just makes no sense, bro. I thought Malone was like the coach that was like, we the Lakers, daddy. We this, we that. Like he's in the locker room getting all these speeches and shit, bro, as if he's fucking Dan Campbell, bro. I thought this was Dan Campbell on the Nuggets, bro. What's going on? This is some crazy shit, bro. Aaron Gordon shooting 40% from the three, like everything going good. Like I'm baffled.
Yep.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. If they let this go through, talking about breaking the internet, they talk about how Luka broke the internet going to the Lakers. If he go there with Luka, that's really what's gonna break the internet.
God.
That's gonna
I ain't
break.
gonna lie. He does that, bro. LeBron got to come to Golden State, bro. Let's team
No,
up.
LeBron got to stay there and play off the bench, get him a couple more rings.
Hell no, bro.
Man,
That's crazy.
bro.
That's got to be what's happening, bro. And one thing I got to say, bro, like, get out of Denver, Jokic. If you want to get out of Denver, then do it, bro. Like, just do it, because that's what it seems like happening, bro.
This is the thing. So I do think that Jokic had a lot to do with it, but now I'm thinking,
of course he did.
But if he wants to leave, though, that kind of mean that he was against the move.
I don't even think he think as far as to leave his team. I don't even think he even care that much. I just think he just come to work, do his job. I don't even think he give a fuck.
Why do you want the coach fired if you're gonna leave?
It don't
Man, that's
make
what I'm
sense.
saying. I don't even
It
think
don't
he
make
had.
sense.
I never
Right.
knew they had that much of a problem with each other. They
No,
just
for
won
real.
a chip
Honestly,
like 2 years ago.
I thought they loved the coach.
Man, that's what I'm saying. I
Bro, they
thought they
gotta
fuck
have
with each
something
other.
lined up, fam. They gotta have
Yeah,
something lined up right now. Because if this is just like spur of the moment and you just do this shit, you got no backup. Like, what's the move? Aaron Gordon's
yeah,
shooting 40% right now. Like, this is your spot, bro. This is this time. You're the 4th seed. Make it happen. Like, what? The season's over now?
Right.
It's just weird, bro.
It's
I'm not
I
weird.
just
getting it.
think they.
It's definitely weird, bro. It don't even make sense, man.
I don't think they had enough bad seasons for them to even want to let the coach go or to.
Yeah.
Come on
To
now.
my knowledge, Ty Lue's not on the market. Like, so I don't know what they doing, bro. Like, who you gonna bring in? Coach K? Like,
And if they, I ain't gonna lie though, if they go to the Lakers, that defense gonna be even more terrible. I mean, if Jokic goes to the Lakers, I mean,
Yeah, cause who and then like who would he go to the Lakers even for? Like I know he is his contract not
yeah,
up, right?
what's going on with his contract?
Oh yeah,
hey, I
wow,
ain't gonna
that'd
lie.
be
You going to the
crazy.
Lakers? LeBron gotta go.
Yeah,
LeBron to
I'm
Denver.
Jokic. I'm not signing there unless LeBron is done, retired.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to play with LeBron. I'm not trying to get my legacy tarnished and get no credit for any of my rings. Fuck that. What's the point?
What's the
I don't
point?
think it'll look like that. I think them boys will look like they done saved that old man career and he'll take his graceful bow wow and then they could keep going. You feel me? Continue running with it from there. Like,
If only the LeBron media was that positive. If only.
If only.
Hey, what's going on? I think Clutch Sports, Rich Paul, bro. They know Steph Curry about to get that ring number 5. They not happy with it. I'm telling you, bro. That's what this is, bro. He's
Nah, definitely.
terrified. He's got to be scared, bro.
They
He's got
definitely
to be
scared of
The
scared.
the Warriors
league
right
is
now.
scared, man. The league is scared.
They scared of the Warriors right now.
The
They
league
scared
is
of the
they
scared.
Warriors.
definitely scary as hell right now. I ain't gonna lie.
The
I'm a
league do
Lakers
not want
fan.
him
I
to win
definitely
that
think they
5th ring.
scary.
They poster boy doesn't have more rings than Steph. Hell nah. They don't want
Oh,
that.
hell no. Yeah, that 2 and Steph on the same team.
Bro,
Steph on the
hey,
same franchise.
Crunch, I just want to break the news to you, man. I had a dream last night. I'm manifesting right now. I'm manifesting Luka finna hold that trophy in June. I'm manifesting if I'm be a play downtown LA. I'm manifesting Bronny James gonna dunk on
Yeah, you was
fucking
dreaming
Jason
all right. You was
Tatum.
I ain't
dreaming
gonna
all
lie.
right. You was
I'm
dreaming all right.
manifesting.
He said
Lakers in
Bronny James
5.
gonna dunk on somebody. Okay, Bronny.
Lakers in 5.
I
No,
say
bro.
Hold on, let me show
after
you
they
how you
just
supposed
did
to
the Thunder
manifest
like
it.
that, I
I'm
ain't
finna
gonna
show y'all
lie.
boys how you
That's
manifest
why I'm
it.
waiting on this game to come on
Hey, this
tonight.
is
After they just did the Thunder like that, I don't really see
I'm
no
manifesting this
competition.
shit right now. He hold the trophy up and say, "Thank you,
My,
LA."
my
Then
boy
Luka
got
say,
the
"Oh,
camera up
sorry."
too.
You feel me?
I don't really see no competition.
Did
And
he
then
get? Did he get?
on
He
top of
get
that, I
a
hate to jinx
handshake.
niggas, but Curry and Jimmy Butler always gets minor injuries in the playoffs for some reason.
Nah,
Nah, that's
man.
a fact.
Hey, yo, Crunch,
So
you mess
Wait,
with my manifestation.
that's not true. That's
You
not
mess with
true,
my
bro.
dream, Crunch.
That's not true.
You
That
know what I
It
think,
look,
bro?
it
Here's
look.
what I think. I genuinely have a thing, bro. So in the playoffs, you get like what 6 technical fouls before you get ejected. Like, what's the thing before the? How many technical fouls can you get before an ejection
I
Two.
think
in the
it's like
playoffs?
2.
No,
I
once you
forgot.
get 2, you ejected.
Yeah.
Like for the next game. No, my bad, not ejection, suspension. I'm saying you get for
16,
suspension.
16. If you get 16 a year.
All right, Quentin Post, time to use them all up. Draymond needs to be there. Quentin Post needs to take people out of the air, bro. If the Warriors are going to win, bro, someone needs to become the de
But
facto enforcer. Start
sports,
pulling
bro.
up them technical fouls,
Yo,
bro.
sports,
Start
buddy.
taking people out. Like
The
that's
Warriors
Jimmy
not
Butler
winning
play
shit.
rough enough for that kind
We
of shit.
sweeping the Warriors.
I don't think the Lakers. Listen, bro. I'm telling you, it's something fishy about these coaches getting fired before they got to play the Lakers in the playoffs, bro. I don't like that, bro.
It's
Yo, bro,
crazy, bro.
yo,
I'm trying to
Crunch.
tell
The
you,
I
bro.
don't
NBA
like
want us
that,
to
bro.
win.
I
Crunch,
don't
crunch.
like
That's
that.
Well, y'all
another
think
reason why I said I would not be surprised if they got there, bro.
They've been worried
It's
about
setting
their
it up to
ratings,
look
and really,
like
don't nobody
it's
want to
setting
see
it
a
up, bro.
boring team.
I can see it, bro.
They clearing out. It's like they clearing out the competition. Look,
Bro,
the Grizzlies was really on pace to play the Lakers in the playoffs. Then they fired that coach. Now they're the eighth seed, bro.
that's on them.
But I'm
Hey,
saying these are the teams that had the worst matchup for the Lakers
Crunch,
because of the
Crunch.
big men.
Whenever the
Because
Lakers
you got to
good,
think the
the NBA is
higher ups,
good.
like the
You know what I'm
owners,
saying?
they don't care really about the
That's
wins. As long as they
sad,
teams is
yo,
still
Crunch
Yo,
playing
Ken,
always
championship shit.
yo, Crunch always chatting, bro. He always be on here
bro.
chatting, bro.
Listen, that's sad. You see what they doing, bro? Why would you? The only coach
Bro,
that's been continuously whooping the Lakers. What are you firing them for?
no,
bro.
Crunch.
Man,
The
it's
This
NBA
baffling,
nigga
is
bro. No,
LeBron
no,
good,
he's
hating,
bro.
saying
bro.
it
He
too,
fired
though.
their
It's
it's
manager,
a
bro.
baffling, bro.
conspiracy going
He
It's
is a
on.
I
LeBron
baffling.
see, I
It
hater.
makes
see it.
no
They
sense. Don't
slick,
make no
bro. I
sense.
see it every
Crunch.
time.
Yo,
I fuck with
Crunch.
the
Yo, Crunch. Let me
conspiracy
say something
though.
real
I
quick.
fuck with as long as LeBron finna get
This
his
the
other ring. I
best.
fuck with the
Yo,
conspiracy.
Crunch. This the best NBA NBA season we seen in a little while, like since like 2016,
Oh, this is
2017.
great. Oh yeah, yeah.
This
You're right
season
about
Definitely the
that.
is
most
great, bro.
exciting when it
Oh
comes
yeah,
to
this
trade
season's
like this,
great.
for
I
sure.
This been a great season, bro. You feel
It's
me?
been alright. It's been alright.
Now we got a 25-year-old superstar on my team now. Great
It's
season.
been
Hey,
alright.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Stacker,
That's
just
why
wait for
the
next
niggas ain't
week in the
fucking. We
playoffs.
like
Alright,
them
They
niggas.
gonna
Hey,
play.
A lot of niggas ain't fucking with this season.
I had a
the
dream.
Timberwolves will be the.
Adam Silver had shut
Damn,
the
Martin Luther
down
King over here got
head
hella
and gave him
dreams,
his
bro.
5th MVP. He gave
And
him
then
his
you woke
5th
up.
MVP.
And then you woke up.
Bro, I just peep, bro. Every year Giannis or Dame was injured. They can't win the chip. Feel
They
me?
ain't, we not
Like
talking
real.
about. Hey, if your team like the
Talk about
me,
Giannis and Dame.
bro, I ain't
No,
gonna lie.
bro, hear me
It's
out though.
crazy that
We should
nobody
be
even
winning,
see the
bro. You will be
Celtics
It's
as a
winning.
crazy
factor
I
that
got
we
the
right
have
now.
to
Bucks.
see
I got
Looking
the
at
that
the
Bucks
through
coming
in
out
the
the East for
playoffs.
sure.
Like, it
Listen,
is.
it's all up to the Warriors now. The Warriors had to say the universe, bro.
Bro, Crunch, why you mad?
They got it. No, the Warriors.
Hey,
Warriors got to
Facts,
say
that's
the
facts.
NBA.
Yo,
Stephen Curry got
you're
to
not.
say the NBA, man.
So we
Steph
gonna
Curry got to
sit here
save
and
the
act
universe,
like
bro.
the Bucks wasn't
Steph
the
Curry got to
best team
save
in
the
the league
universe.
when both players are healthy, bro.
I got the
hell
Bucks coming out the
no.
East, bro.
Look, I want to say,
Who?
hey,
You had the Bucks,
I'm
right?
You
Yeah.
said they the
So the
best team in
Bucks
the
the
league
best
or
team
in
in
the
the
East?
league and both.
hey,
Hey, you got
over
the
Jason
you got the
Tatum
Bucks coming out the
over
East.
Jason Tatum.
Listen, that's because I picked them before the season. I just got to stick with it.
Wait,
Dame
keyboard.
Dame got hurt though.
Oh,
That's
Wait,
the
okay.
hold on,
thing.
hold on, hold on, hold
They
on.
good, but I don't think they was the
Crunch,
best in the
actually, that's
league
not
when
true.
both
If
of them
you
was
I got
healthy.
the
learn new
hey,
information,
Because
you can
only
you
one
can
of them
change
niggas
your
go
mind,
off at a
bro.
yo, Crunch,
time.
Don't let these niggas get to your head like
this the
that, bro.
future
Look,
out here,
if
Crunch.
you learn new information, bro, there's
Hey,
no, if
Crunch,
shit change, bro.
this the
Yeah.
future on the screen.
Now
This
you're
the
right. I
future on
mean,
the screen, buddy. You feel me?
Hey, let me tell you something, Stacking. So you
Hey,
say
you gotta get there
you
first.
say you manifesting that, right? So look, this what's gonna happen for you.
Yeah,
You say you manifesting. You
yeah.
probably gonna get hit by a train. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna wake up. You're gonna wake up as a cat, and
Yeah.
you're gonna be in some alternate universe where that does happen. But
Hey,
it's
no,
not
Chad.
gonna be in this
No,
one.
Chad. No, Chad.
Yo,
No,
still
Chad.
stacking,
Hey,
still
hold
stacking.
on, Kirk. Hold on, Kirk. Let me rebuttal Chaz real quick. I'm finna tell you what happened in my dream. So, boom, in the first round, we swept the Warriors in. We swept them. Second round,
Welcome.
it was a tough matchup between the Rockets. We beat them in 5.
That's a
Look,
tough
Got the clown
matchup.
music. Someone got the clown music.
All this in
all right,
one
then hold
dream,
on.
though.
Then in the Western Conference Finals.
I
And,
see what they
hold on. Let me tell you what happened. In the Western Conference Finals, LeBron averaged 40 and 15 and 15. And the
Oh
Western
no,
Conference
Oh
Finals.
shit. Yeah, that's a crazy dream.
Then
This is
in
not
That's a
the
crazy.
this is not
then,
you
2015.
lying.
hold on.
That's a crazy
This
dream.
is not
Nah, this
that's
really
clear
crazy.
LeBron,
Hold
bro.
Ain't
on.
no
Let
way
me
you
finish
LeBron
my
my
dreamt all of
favorite
this,
finals.
player.
bro. Ain't
In
no
the
way you
finals,
dreamt all of this.
in the
That man
finals,
woke up
that
hype as
nigga,
hell.
in the finals, the Celtics couldn't shoot to save their life. We swept their ass.
So y'all
Word.
only
Dreamt
lost
all
one
of
game
this,
throughout the
bro.
whole
Last
playoffs.
night you dreamt all of that
Yes.
in that one dream.
You said what?
In that one dream, you dreamt all of that.
No,
do.
like my dreams be having episodes. So episode 1 was round 1. Episode 2 was round 2. You feel me? I be having episodes in my
He
dreams. Like,
said LeBron gonna average 40, 15, and
Nigga
15.
said 40.
40.
40,
hey, like
15, and
I ain't gonna
15,
lie,
bro.
like
I'm just saying,
can
bro.
y'all,
Do
Yo,
hey,
y'all
still
like
see?
stacking,
Do
still
y'all
I
see
stacking.
what's
got a question
happening,
for the
bro?
panel. Panel, I got a question. Can you
No,
tell me
Crunch,
a
I do
time
see
in
it, bro.
NBA history
Like
outside of
that
Elgin
shit
Baylor?
don't
Crunch, if you
feel right,
ask
bro.
OC, bro, me and OC, we talked about this after the finals last season. We was like, bro, I was like, don't be surprised if the Lakers and the Celtics go to the finals, bro. Like, I see it, bro. Like, I see it. Don't be surprised.
Bro,
Yo,
you know
yo,
what
Chad.
LeBron
We
said?
talked
Well,
You know
about
what
all
everybody
this
LeBron
shit,
else,
said,
bro.
hey,
G?
Like,
everybody else,
Shit,
hey,
like,
everybody else
LeBron
competing
said,
hey,
for
Crunch,
I
second
see
all
a
this
place,
shit
bro.
that's
rematch.
happening right now.
Listen.
You can ask
Everybody
OC,
else
bro.
Yeah,
We
competing
all
for
most
we can,
second
definitely.
we
place.
predicted
Everybody else
majority of
competing for
this shit
second
was
place
gonna
might be the
happen
Celtics
And
winning.
then
at the beginning of the season, bro.
and then Chaz earlier in the season they asked Tatum who was gonna go to the finals. He was like, Mavs Celtics is gonna be a rematch. But remember,
Bro,
Luka was on the Mavs, now he on the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
bro, I got the Rockets coming out the West.
Hey,
Hey,
Tatum
hey,
busted
hey,
whoever's ass
yo,
up.
panel.
Y'all see the
Man,
Rockets
Hey,
playing?
Crunch, I got a
Put
question
pain in
for
his
you,
hand.
Crunch.
But the
Can you
Rockets
tell me
ain't
a
coming out the
time?
West.
Can you tell me a time in NBA history where a superstar outside of Elgin Baylor put on a Lakers jersey and haven't won a ring? He was a superstar in the midst of his prime at that time. Every superstar
Facts.
we ever
Luka,
had
I think
won a ring.
Luka,
The hell?
Luka, I think Luka
You
might
can win
win
a ring,
rings,
but
but the
wait,
question
like,
is it gonna be while LeBron there?
is it gonna be this year? That's
Hey,
the
LeBron,
question.
hey, Luka gonna be the first of 10 to 3-piece since the Lakers, bro. Watch,
Wow.
watch. I
It's
got a
So
streak.
the nigga
Hey,
who
like I
Luka
can't
got a
said,
can't
bro.
chance.
This
so
shit
the
don't.
nigga
This
who
shit is
can't even
insane,
consistently
bro.
What
keep
you
his
mean?
weight
I
under
got. Hey,
control
listen.
is
Listen. I
Luka
got
got to
ridiculous.
change his
LeBron.
play style for
Like
me to say
LeBron
he
already. Hey, look, LeBron already
This
passed
nigga
up
said
Jordan.
Luka finna three-peat.
Hold on, listen to this.
Yeah, Luka not 3-peating with that play
I finna
style.
break it down
I'm
to
not
y'all.
gonna
I'm
lie.
finna break it down to y'all, boys. So LeBron passed up Jordan in 2009. Once he get his 7
All
chips
right,
and
bro.
start
This nigga
debating.
just
All
talking
right,
now,
yeah,
bro.
nah.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done listening to this nigga
Listen,
now,
you
bro.
know who's
Yo,
three-peating? The
look,
Celtics. Jason Tatum's about a
Nigga said
three-peat,
he
bro. If
passed
we're
Bro,
being
Michael
real.
he
Jordan in
lucky the Bucks
2009.
wasn't
he
healthy,
ain't
bro.
passed D Wade
Let's
on
be
now.
real.
Nigga, he wasn't even better than D Wade till like 2014.
I meant to say 2013. He passed up Jordan 2013.
Yo, still
Wow.
stacking.
So when he had 2
Still
rings,
stacking.
he
Still
passed
stacking.
him, like,
Yes, because niggas called Jordan to go when he won his second championship.
That's
this shit
yeah, but
crazy.
no. That's actually
That's
not.
because Jordan always been better than LeBron James, buddy.
No, he's not.
Like,
Man.
yeah, everything you gotta
Look, we
understand.
gotta
Just
stop. Look,
because
it's
you
different
just
though,
trying to put him
because
with
if he
Jordan,
did what he did
it's
though,
like,
you can
bro.
say
But
after his second
he's not
championship.
nowhere comparable to Jordan. I got
Jordan didn't make
ninth
a
all
super
time.
team just to
Nigga
win.
said
Though.
he's
Comparable
nowhere
to Jordan, bro.
compared.
But
I
you
got
say you
Jordan
got
ninth
Jordan
all
what
time,
I'm saying
buddy.
Jordan didn't make a super team just to win though.
But hey, Crunch,
LeBron team that with Wade.
bro, Jordan sacrificed his father for 6 rings, bro. I don't
Nah,
LeBron. Oh,
you
don't.
talk,
Oh,
you
you don't
talking
want
about
to go
before
there.
that?
Oh, you don't want to go there. Oh, you
Yeah,
don't want to go there.
yeah. Nah,
He
that's
gambled
what I'm
This
his father's
live
saying.
can
life
get
away.
very deep. It can get very deep.
He gambled his
Jordan,
father's
you
life
talking
away. I'm
about
not moving.
before? You
Hey,
talking
this
about
nigga
before
got to
that?
be off something, bro.
I'm
But Jordan is a
yeah,
hey,
stacking.
Jordan
You
is
talking about before? I'm saying that was after he won 3 rings though.
Jordan is a glorified DeMar DeRozan, bro. Dead ass. I'm not moving.
All right, so
Okay.
this a
What?
dude. This a dude that was still stacking one of them dudes that like hooping in gym class with the khakis on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with
I
his
got,
backpack. Let me get a shot real
hey,
quick.
Crunch,
Yeah,
Nah, he one of them
I be
people
hooping
that
in gym
just
class
be
with the
on LeBron's
khakis on.
bandwagon.
Shit,
Crunch,
that's
can I
me.
tell
I
you
don't mind.
something, buddy?
Shit about that.
Yo, Crunch, I got Kyrie and Kobe above Jordan all the time, brother. You feel me? Like, that's
What?
like dead ass, bro.
Kyrie?
Wow.
Yes.
Kyrie?
no, look,
Above
a
Jordan?
second. Listen, I'm always down to troll, but right now this serious business, man. They trying to,
I'm not trolling, though, brother.
you trolling.
Hey, on some real shit, yeah. Hey, what's going on with
Nah, he
Malone,
trolling on
bro?
some real shit.
Where's Malone at right now? Can we get a
Hey,
fucking
but
status check on this man?
I'm not a
Yeah, what is he
LeBron fan,
doing?
though. But you
Where
said
this man at
what?
right now? This man at a Hooters right now, bro.
He with his wife. But hey,
This
it
man
was
sad
nice.
as fuck.
It
His
was nice talking
family
with
on
y'all
the way.
boys. Hey,
Yo,
Crunch, it was
the
nice
Nuggets
talking
play
with you,
today?
man. I'm finna shake.
Tomorrow, I think. Bro, but nah, bro. Yeah, all Mike Malone need right now, he just need his wife to give him some good bop bop. He'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? He'll be all right.
Yo,
Hey,
too
you
old
nigga,
for that.
nigga, what? The bop bop cures everything.
I don't think the bop can get a up, bro, at that age, bro.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Damn, you don't know how that man body work. like all I'm saying is,
He needs some of that shit
my
Unc
shorty
he
give
needs
me
some of that
bop
shit
bop.
Unc be talking about on nightcap.
I could have just went to a war. Like, hey, I get bop bop after the war. I'm good. I'm not traumatized no more. None of that. I'm
Need
good.
some rhino
motivated.
pills.
Back motivated. He probably get a new job tomorrow.
Facts, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I don't
I'm
understand why they
good.
fired him like at all. Honestly.
Yeah, okay,
No,
hold
he
on. I just
said
want to say
the
one thing.
GM said that
I
he
just want to say
said
one
that
thing.
hopefully.
Yo, I want to say one thing. Back to the prompt of his thing. Like, can we all just agree that like, there's no like, why did they? There's no why. There is no why,
I don't
bro.
know why.
I have not
I
figured
was
out
just
a
going to
why.
say that
Bro,
the
it
GM
was
said
last week
I think it was
game.
either the GM or the assistant coach, whatever he is, the GM. I think
We
he
in the
said
car?
that he did that to give them like a push in the playoffs. Hopefully that sparks a push in the playoffs. That's what he said. Because like he came out, Mike Malone came out and said like they don't listen to him, they don't watch film. Like I'm like damn, like
Nah,
that's
fuck, dude. I thought he
crazy.
was Dan Campbell, bro. Like, what?
What the fuck?
Like on the sideline, I didn't think any of that, bro. I was
So
like,
Crazy,
yo,
damn,
there
bro.
was
that's
a,
crazy.
there was a post on Bleacher Report. It said like after the Nuggets had a loss against Blazers, like some of the players were not watching film. So like Mike Malone said like the players were full of shit, basically. But
Damn.
that's the weird reason though. It's on Bleacher Report on like IG. Like
Nah, that boy
Yeah, that's some
Jokic,
soft ass
man.
players, then, bro. What the fuck?
what's wrong with holding them accountable? Like, bro,
That
the
shit
league's so
crazy,
soft.
bro.
Like you
They
can't. That's
league
the
is
same
soft,
shit Mike
bro.
Brown got cooked for.
Yo,
Yo,
wait,
wait.
like,
Say
what
on
did
God,
he say
that's why
to
he
me?
got fired, bro.
Did he
But
say that to me?
we don't know if that's
He said to
specifically
me.
the reason, but we know like the context of the situation, like that's what it looks like.
Yeah, he
Like
was
the
talking
information
about
that we
Fox.
Yo,
have.
He
Travis,
was
we talking
talking
about me?
about Fox and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
when Mike Brown was talking about Fox and how on that in that one game, I think it's versus the
Yeah,
Pistons.
yeah.
It was that where he fucking fouled on the 3-pointer and they won the game off that. He was
That shit
like,
summed
Bro,
up
and
he's
all
like, he
right.
got to be
so
better.
what? The
And the
Nuggets
next thing you know, he
lost.
fired. Like
Yo, you guys
Like,
think Jokic in the locker room like way different than we think he is in the
Jokic probably
public?
don't say shit, bro, in the
Like,
locker
you
room.
think he got hella
bro,
control
he
in the
cares.
locker? I think
He
he does,
obviously
bro.
cares.
I think he
He's
does,
following
bro. I
bleachers. He
think
was speaking.
I
secretly,
think
I
Westbrook
don't
yeah, I
think
got
he
think
say
fired.
shit.
secretly he does, bro. I think
I
secretly he
think
be
he just
running
sit
shit in
there and
them,
is
bro.
quiet.
Okay.
No,
But
this
but
time. The
everybody
time's
knows
not it. They could at least wait for the playoffs though. After the
you
playoffs,
falling
What I
that
tell
now.
you?
and not
Flag
only that,
video.
like they lost 40 games in a row, but like Jamal Murray wasn't playing though.
I was say.
The Wizards finna hire him. Watch.
I mean, you gotta think though. If they already knew they was gonna lose, it's more than likely you might as well fire him. If they weren't gonna get no top seed and you definitely weren't gonna win, you might as well fire him.
Yeah, he's finna become the Wizards
Bro,
head
they
coach.
still like
But who you
lost
talking
What
games
about?
about
after
Jokic
The
defense
Nuggets?
though?
though.
See,
Yeah, I'm
y'all
talking about the
see,
Nuggets.
y'all
Yeah,
get
the
on
If
Nuggets
you
like
if
separate.
you
Hey,
top four
look,
Bro,
seed
he's
though.
not
y'all get
like
on.
they
he's
top
not
four
doing the
seed, but if you don't
nothing
think you
though.
finna win, then you might as well
Hey,
fire him
look,
as
y'all
well.
get on
If
Steph
Jamal
Curry for
No,
his
Murray,
defense, but what
Jamal
if it's
Murray not
because of
healthy,
Jokic's defense though?
Yeah, bro. Jokic big ass account.
Yeah, nah, that nigga Jokic, bro, he be getting laid, bro.
What if that's why they've been losing though?
Hey, the only motherfucker left is Steve Kerr.
no Jamal Murray, bro.
Nah,
That's
yeah,
like
I thought Jamal.
it's multiple factors, but like if you're supposed to be this level of a player and you heads and shoulders above everybody else, like at some point, like it got to
yeah.
be like, okay, what's up?
No,
Like
I ain't gonna lie.
if my big
That
man is a
loss,
fucking layup line, like that's insane. Like my big
See,
man is a
kind of
layup
crazy.
line.
And you just got
no,
four time
that loss from
MVP,
the
bro.
Wolves was huge. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it was a big loss. Yep.
The Wolves loss, bro. I honestly thought they were gonna win.
Russ was bad late in that game, but then people don't talk, bro. They had like
It's not
multiple.
just him, but
They had a 17-point lead in the first quarter. Then they had a 10-point lead in the second
yeah,
quarter.
I'm
And
not
they
gonna.
blew
They
both of
missed
them.
some free. They missed some
yeah, but they
crucial.
was missing Jamal. They was missing Aaron Gordon that game.
No, Gordon
I feel
played.
like
Gordon
you
played. Gordon
did
No,
played.
he?
And then
MP didn't.
y'all
Jamal
got to
Murray didn't
remember
play.
they keep blaming Russ, but they lost to the Timberwolves in the playoffs last year without
Yeah,
Russ.
they
And,
did
and they and they
exactly.
got
Yeah.
smacked by the
They did.
Timberwolves the
And they got
previous
smacked
game.
by
They
Mr.
played.
I mean,
So yeah, it's
They
something
they got
always
else.
smacked
lose
by
to the
that
They
guy.
went to
Timberwolves. They
seven
get
games. Yeah.
smacked by
It's
the
something
But the
Timberwolves
else.
every time
Timberwolves
they
not
play them.
that. The Timberwolves got lucky. Now that
Yeah,
they ain't got Cat, bro, they exposing him. They
Cat
exposing
where
him.
had
the
22 and 12 in
They
game seven, man. He
exposing him.
played a good game seven that
I
year.
ain't
where's the
saying no. I'm saying this year. This year
where's the rim
without
protection at though?
Cat, they needed Cat.
Yeah.
That war.
Y'all don't
No,
think
they
it
need
was?
to
I,
get.
I
You
mean,
got. He ain't
obviously
got
you
rid
need
of
a
Cat.
player that
He
you.
ain't got rid of Cat.
Obviously, it's
Can't
gonna look
convince me
way
any different.
different. It's an adjustment period. If fucking he was building up with this player and they finally like built some real chemistry, and then
No,
now
they
it's
He
yeah
got rid of
it's
him,
exactly.
bro.
But
He got
obviously
Julius,
rid.
come
He
on
going
got
now,
rid of him.
Julius
There's no
Randle to
way.
replace Cat. Come on now,
like.
that wasn't
But
finna.
yo,
That wasn't finna
I
I
think the
mean,
Nuggets just
it
need.
been
I'm not
working
gonna
though.
lie,
They've been
Crunch.
playing
This
really
it wasn't
good.
deserved by Mike
But you
Malone.
gotta look. You gotta think.
Like,
Look at
bro,
their
you won a
schedule. Look at
championship
their
2 years
schedule.
ago.
Look at
Like,
their
bro,
schedule the rest of the season. The last they
I
last
think
10
they,
games
bro.
was
I
sweet.
bro,
think
Mike
His
Malone's
last
Minnesota.
the
10 games
winningest
outside of that
coach.
Nuggets
It's
game was so
All they
sweet.
needed was another big man, bro.
I think Minnesota could beat any team that they play against.
Outside
Hey,
outside
Crunch,
of
you think this was
outside of the
deserved
Nuggets,
though from
that
Mike Malone?
they last 10
Nah,
games was so sweet. That's the only reason
Huh?
they won.
nah.
Crunch, I don't
Yeah.
think it was deserved,
Yeah,
bro.
nah. I think Mike Malone one of the better coaches in the league, bro.
Like, bro, like he made the franchise relevant. Like, fun fact, like they averaged for the past like 5 or 6 years, they averaged like a top three seed in the West.
And yeah, I think all they needed was another big man though to help out because to supplement Jokic's defense, bro. Like a defense. Or
Man,
some,
that
Yeah,
boy
Jokic
Jokic,
when he off the court, man,
he's
they
a
make you
layup
lose.
line,
somebody
bro.
when he off the court, bro. I mean, bro.
And even like the obviously, and that's what they don't get. Like, if you got a player on the level of Jokic and he controls everything, and he does, like, not saying he's a selfish player, nothing like that. But if he and like with how good he is, of course, when he steps off the floor, there's going to be a significant drop. Of course,
Yeah,
like that's obvious to me. Like that ain't
yeah.
like that. That's so obvious. It's like the same thing with like
Bro, his
Steph.
backup is DeAndre Jordan, man. That's just shit.
Like it's obvious it's gonna be a big drop off when Jokic step off
Yeah,
the
that's
floor. So
true.
I'm
I'm
just
not
like,
gonna.
But he's the best
They
player
be
on any
judging.
team if you take him off the team.
exactly. Of course,
That's
when he
for
step
sure.
off the floor, they gonna look. They not gonna be
No.
statistically
Yeah,
nowhere
it's a
near as
different
good.
Yeah,
team.
I'm not gonna lie.
Obviously,
They be dragging it. They be saying like Nuggets.
And a decent backup.
yeah, bro. The nigga Jokic MVP case is literally that his stats and his team is trash. That's his case. Like that's what they try to make it seem like his team is just trash.
The Nuggets are
Like
not trash. Like,
that's what
They
I'm saying.
are.
They're not trash
Shout
at
out
they
all.
are not
Nuts in the
Yo,
trash.
y'all
comments.
They're
I
gotta
not the
stop,
agree.
man.
worst team in the
We're gonna
league.
Hey,
talk too
look,
They're
much.
yo,
not.
I agree
We're
with
not
Nuts
doing
in the
that.
comments, yo. Like, just bring another big man over there to help rim protect, bro. That's all they
Because
need.
And
he is a
they don't
layup line. Bro, I saw in that Patriots game, I saw Andrew Nimhard just push him around in the paint. Like Andrew Nimhard just throwing him around in
Do the
the
same
paint.
shit to Luka though.
Like
Look, they literally do the same shit to Luka.
I mean, but no, I'm talking about a big man though. Like and what like a big man, and I criticize Luka for his defense as well though. But
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm like with a big man, it's and that's why I see why people be like some people be like, I'd rather my big man like what Jokic do is cool, but I'd rather my big man be more of a defensive presence because if you're like they don't the big man is like the how do I say it? He like so one of the biggest foundations of the team defensively, and it's like because he's the one that's stopping them from getting late. He's the one that's supposed to stop the opposing team from getting layups. That's the most efficient shot in basketball. When the nigga who's supposed to stop motherfuckers from getting layups is Jokic, and it's a layup line. Everybody on the court that they playing against, every game gonna be so close and tight because everybody in rhythm, because everybody on the team, on the opposing team,
I don't
get
disagree
layups.
with you.
Everybody
layups.
I don't
layups.
disagree with you. That's the whole reason why AD wanted another center in LA.
Like,
Everybody getting layups.
bro,
Everybody
That's the
throwing
whole
alley
reason.
oops. Backdoor cuts, alley oops.
I don't think it was the same thing with Anthony Davis. I think he
It,
just
it was. That's what Anthony
nobody
Davis
would
wants
help
play the
AD to
power
get
forward.
nobody. It wasn't
Exactly.
because AD couldn't play defense. That's
It's
what I'm
not.
saying.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
different.
not saying that. I'm saying he wanted another big man because AD go out on the perimeter. He'll guard your small, and he can't
But
get
that's
back in
what
the
I'm saying.
paint.
That's what I'm saying. It's different with
Yeah,
Jokic
so
because Jokic don't go out on the perimeter.
exactly. But either way,
Yeah,
you
Jokic,
still just
man.
need help because I mean, if you're not,
No,
I don't
I'm
think
not
Jokic.
saying he don't need help. I'm just saying like I'm talking about how bad it is. The fact that he's a big man. He's 7 feet tall and it's a layup line. Like
He got no choice, man.
Is
He can't jump. He
no,
barely can get
I
up
ain't
on
trying to hear
that
that.
rim. He can't even get up on that rim.
He need to go watch some
He
Mark.
can't.
He need to go watch some Mark Gasol. That's what I know.
He can't. Mark was tall though, and Mark had way
Yeah,
bigger,
Marcus.
way
See,
longer
that's a good
wingspan.
point, Chaz.
Mark
Marcus
had
Gasol.
way longer.
Mark Gasol, he was extremely sound defensively. He was 7 feet.
He was, but you got exactly.
He
But
was
his
slow footed.
wingspan, his
He
wingspan is
wasn't
way
quick.
longer than Jokic.
He but I'm like obviously it's different physicals. What my point of saying Mark Gasol is that it's a fundamental defender that's not athletic. Like that's what I'm saying. You go watch these guys. Obviously, you don't have the same physical build as everybody does. That's why you
Yeah,
watch
but I
them
think,
and
but
take bits
Mark,
and
He
but
pieces
was,
from
Mark,
them.
he ain't saying he
young
can
Mark
be on the
Gasol was
level.
pretty athletic.
No, he wasn't, bro.
Young Mark Gasol was.
That's what
Yeah,
made
he
him
was
so
good.
great. No, that's what made him so surprisingly great defensively was because he was not that athletic.
Yeah, because
He could
Ben, if you
still
see
do
what
what he
you're
was
doing, it's
doing.
like every solution we trying to find for Jokic is like
Exactly. Not Crunch, bro.
it's like new
Jokic.
excuses.
I'm not saying this is you, Vintage, but I'm saying Jokic fans, bro. They are like insufferable, bro.
Oh no, nigga, I'm a Celtics fan.
No, I'm not.
Like it's like
I literally
I
said
just
I'm not.
appreciate what
I
he do.
literally
it's
No,
said,
not
yeah,
that many
I know.
excuses, bro. In the
Vintage. I
world.
literally said that I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying.
No, I
people
know.
like
I'm
this
just
fans.
saying. Yeah, but you gotta appreciate what he do, regardless.
Wait,
'Cause
so
I
just
think
because I'm
currently- I
I'm
don't
talking
think-
about a part of his game that's a big mishap, that means I don't appreciate what he does.
and literally, I ain't saying you don't. But you gotta. I was just watching what game? Who was they just playing the other day? Who was they playing the other day? Let me see.
Like we got to get out this mindset of because we talking about a player's flaws, that means we saying like he not that good or something like that. Like that's not what's being said, bro. Like the perspective I look at basketball from is how you can get better. Period. Like that's I don't like just because I talk about the areas that you have flaws in and you can get better to add more material impact within the realm of what you can actually physically do on the team. I'm not saying Jokic need to become fucking Hakeem Olajuwon or nothing like that.
I know.
Like,
I'm saying it's gonna be hard to get a true center to play with Jokic when he can't even go out on the perimeter and guard somebody like
No,
that.
but what's this? No, like back to the Marc Gasol thing. Like why can't he study Marc Gasol and just increase his defense a little bit? We ain't saying you should be on the level of Marc Gasol because he was defensive.
I'm just saying the tendencies, like film wise.
But
that's
it's not like he's not. Jokic, like ain't he like top 5 in steals? What we talking about?
That don't mean that. Now
He's so football.
Hey, see chat.
it switch up, bro. It switches up a lot.
Yeah, you feel
Now
me?
they like steals.
I mean, I'm just saying. I ain't never said I didn't like steals.
No,
I'm just saying.
No, you right.
He not gonna jump up and block, but he.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
you're right about that. We talking about rim protection though.
Exactly. Well, I'm not
I
talking
know,
about
but
skill.
I'm just saying either way, you need to be some type of a threat on defense. Essentially, that's what I'm saying.
No, like you can be that, but like I said, when your main thing on defense, his main thing on defense, like defensively, if I'm playing against the Nuggets, I'm attacking him downhill to get to the rim.
And I'm
attacking him and drop coverage. So just because he can get a
realistically-
steal in the lane, that don't mean shit to me relative to my entire game plan and the half
I
court
get
setting
that.
against them. Like I'm
But
going
I
to
think
attack him
realistically,
every
you
time.
saying maybe they need a different Aaron Gordon, not the fit that they need.
No, I just think he needs to step up and be better defensively.
Nah,
I don't think he can. That's the thing.
He needs to get off the court then.
Yeah, why can't he get better on defense?
I mean, bro, what? Jokic's 30 now, bro. You only gonna get slower.
So that's
you can get older.
So this is why though. So this is why they've been losing then.
But that's the thing though. That's where experience comes from. And that when you get older, you're supposed to learn more. Like you can become more fundamental. You can learn more.
Yeah, so like and if that's the case, Vintage, like we can't be surprised that the Nuggets basically hit they ceiling, hit they wall, and aren't getting better.
That's what I'm saying. Don't you think that's why they fired Mike Malone?
No, but what? No, see, that's the thing. You just said it's Jokic though. You say Jokic not gonna get that much better because he got
He
older.
not. He
So
not. I'm not saying he. You not gonna get like you can't become faster. You can't become faster. Yeah, you can get better
it's
mentally,
about
but it's
faster,
just
bro.
certain
It's about the
certain
effort.
plays.
It's
It's
about
certain
keeping your
plays that
hands up. It's about
exactly.
all the defensive
That's what. But he
fundamentals.
do that. He do that on defense. He
No,
do
I
keep his
mean you
hands
can
up.
get better at it though.
He do keep his hands up.
Wait, what does he do on defense?
He can Jokic. I promise you. I just watched the last Nuggets game, and he realistically all he do is hover around the paint. That he just hover
No,
around the
that's
paint.
not true.
It's like no, it's too many times where he's getting blown by, letting dudes laid in. He's
Yeah, because
shooting.
yeah,
Yeah,
He's
he
shooting
don't
outside
he
of.
his
he stay
wait.
within that mid
I'm gonna
range. He
renege on
stay
my
within the
statement. What
mid
you said,
range.
it has truth to it.
Lakers
I'm
of
not
five,
100%
man.
saying that's not true. What I'm saying is that like he doesn't show resistance. Like it's no
Lakers
resistance.
of five.
Like
Yeah, I
they're
get that.
attack like, and he don't play help defense. Like he don't play help side. Like he don't help. Like
I think that's just.
If Aaron Gordon is in front of his man and Aaron Gordon is shielding his man, Jokic's not gonna come and then just slide over and throw his hands.
See, but I think that got to
looks
do.
at you.
I think that got to do with more with his weight. That nigga is big as fuck.
No,
So
I'm not
lose
trying to.
weight.
I'm not trying to hear that because he plays in the Mile High City. So he plays in Denver.
Right, but
I'm just saying.
so that's the thing. No, but look, that's what we saying though. We're telling him like these are the things that you got to do.
Yeah, and everything we're saying is like, oh no, it's no, he can't do that because it's
So yeah, so he should lose weight then. He should hit the
Exactly.
weight
Yeah,
room.
but I mean, listen, he
Hey,
gonna
look,
stay
he
that
should do
way.
some squats to get the leverage or whatever he got to do. That's what we saying. So if we're putting it on him and you putting it on Mike Malone,
I'm not putting it on. I'm
so
not
if
putting
that's the
nothing on.
case,
I'm just saying.
hold on,
I'm
hold on, hold
saying.
on,
Right.
hold on. If you're
If you
saying
look,
that he can't even get better on defense, then how are we gonna fire Mike Malone? Because you saying
look,
like, dang,
I'm saying.
hold
I'm
on.
saying. Right.
Basically, it
If you
don't
feel
matter.
like
Hold
the
on,
team hit the.
hold on,
If
yo.
you feel
Look,
like your
basically, it
team.
don't matter how good
Wait,
Mike
y'all
Malone
son?
is, because Joker's not gonna get better.
Mama did.
Jokic, bro. The pink Jokic don't need to get better. He
Oh,
already
Jokic got
good.
better every
The
year,
team,
bro.
Why? Hold on. Why don't he got to get better though?
the team needs to get better around him.
The team is doing
Facts,
their
facts,
job
facts.
though.
The team, bro.
Jamal
The
Murray
team,
averaging 21 points.
Bro, it's not about the average,
but
bro.
Jamal Murray's out all the time.
That nigga average
Jamal
like
Hold
Murray,
on. So
28.
if he's out, why you fire Mike Malone?
look, and that's what I'm trying to say. That's what, if you let me speak, they fired. Look, if you feel like this team hit this ceiling, right? You saying the team hit the ceiling?
No, I ain't say
What's the
that.
first? No,
I
I'm saying
said,
if you
hold
feel,
on.
no, I'm saying if you
Hold
feel
on,
like
bro.
a
No,
team hit the ceiling, what's the first thing that's gonna
here we
happen?
go. You're not listening. Hold on.
Hey,
I'm
they
listening.
fired that
Listen,
nigga because
you're
there's some shit
saying
that
this,
we don't
bro.
know.
You're saying that Jokic basically can't get better at this point in his career.
He's not gonna get better at. He's not gonna get that much better at
Hold on.
defense.
See,
That's all I'm saying.
we're not having the right dialogue. You're saying Jokic can't get better at this point in his career because he at the age he's not gonna add this. Too late to add that. So I'm saying, right, that is the reason that could most likely be the reason why the Nuggets haven't been continuously winning. Like they won that ring and now they about to low key hit their wall because you're saying Jokic stopped improving his game, so he's done. So what I'm
He
saying,
didn't stop improving his
so
game
what I that's what
offensively.
you just said. So what I'm saying is,
Offensively.
this. If because I think they need him to get better on defense to get better. So what I'm saying is, if you're saying Jokic isn't gonna do that, how are we gonna blame that on the coach?
I'm not blaming. Look, I'm not saying. Look, this is what I'm saying. If you feel like a team hit your ceiling, which obviously the Nuggets felt like that team hit the ceiling, what's more than likely the first thing that they're gonna do? Because you're not gonna trade your superstar.
I didn't
Right?
say trade
You're
him.
gonna
I'm
fire
saying
your
tell my
coach.
superstar to
But
add more to his
I'm
game.
saying, look,
Hold on, Bennett.
that's
Hold
what
on.
I'm
You just asked me
saying.
a question.
No,
Hold on, bro. You just asked me a question. I'm telling you the reason why they hit their ceiling is because
no,
Jokic hit his ceiling.
you're not answering the question though. I'm telling you saying Jokic hit his ceiling, and I
The
understand
first
that.
thing I'm gonna
I'm
do is
telling,
hold on.
bro.
I'm gonna work with my superstar to get him better. That's what I'm talking about.
That's not how these NBA executives think.
Okay,
I'm
that's
sorry.
not true,
They
bro.
Wait, how do you
every
know how they think?
That's what I'm saying. What are you
I may
talking
not
about,
know how
bro?
they think, but I'm
Okay, so
saying
what are we talking about then?
What are
most
you actually
organizations
talking about, bro?
most organizations is gonna start with they gonna
I
fire
feel
the
like he's
coach
just
first
not trying to
before you trade.
leave the conversation.
You're not
No,
trying
I'm
to.
saying
He worried about like us saying that we
I'm
cooked
not,
them.
bro.
Like, he worried about like us saying that we
I'm
cooked them.
not,
Like, bro,
bro.
we sitting here trying to talk, bro. Like, you just trying to survive the debate.
I know. I'm saying I'm not trying to survive the debate. I'm
Okay,
saying if a
so
team
okay,
feel like they hit the
go.
ceiling, if the team feel like they hit the ceiling, right? They can't. They not gonna win. They not gonna make it back to the playoffs, especially these last couple years, right? We see they got beat by the Wolves last year. They not having the season they want this year. More than likely, the first person to go is going to be the coach. All the time, is the first
No,
person. I'm not
saying,
saying
bro.
Jokic.
I'm saying that
I'm
this,
not.
bro. This is what I'm saying. Because remember, Mike Malone got them yo, before they won a ring, it was
Yeah,
moments
he
like
brought them a ring, and they
hold
was
on,
they
hold
was
on, hold
going
on. Hold
crazy
on, bro.
even in
Hold
the
on, hold
bubble.
on, bro. Hold on. Before they won the ring, it was times where they had to get better. Like they wasn't always on that level. So year after year, with the same team, they was getting better with the coach because Jokic was getting better. Players on the team was getting better at adding to their game. I'm saying, why did he stop
Exactly.
adding to his game? That's what I'm saying. So
I don't think he did. You got to think they lost a lot. They lost. I feel like they lost some key pieces, right? Chris, what's his name? Chris Brown.
Bruce
He
Brown,
cold. He decent. He decent, but I feel like that shooting that Caldwell Pope was doing that season was out of this
but
world, bro.
role players get replaced all the time.
I was the
They
program.
do, but like sometimes the other role player can't step up.
Hold on, what you mean he can't step up? Christian Brown just
I'm
had
not.
30. Christian Brown is better than Bruce Brown. Christian Brown is damn near better than KCP. He's not as good of a shooter, but there's other things he brings to the table. Like these excuses, like that's the thing.
True,
So
but
now we blaming the role
I don't think
players.
he. I don't. I'm not blaming. Look, I'm not blaming nobody. I'm just
Now we
stating.
blaming the role players.
I'm stating what's going on with the team. You asking me?
No,
You
you
asking me
said
what's going
you said
on?
the role players not stepping up, but they are stepping up.
Everybody not stepping up. There's no
What do
way.
you mean they not stepping up?
Name one other person
No,
besides
no, no.
Chris
You
Brown that's
said they
stepped
not
up.
stepping up. So all right. So tell me who not stepping up.
It's bro. Who are Peyton Watson? He not doing nothing.
So it's his fault.
Jamal Murray in and out the lineup. I'm not
Jamal Murray
saying
not
it's
a
their
role
fault.
player. Jamal
So
Murray.
what determines stepping up? That's my question. Uh-oh.
You tell me what determines stepping up.
Wait, see what? Wait, you the one who said they're not stepping up. So I'm saying, what
Stepping
is
up
stepping
is
up?
showing your coach that you need more minutes.
Like,
What Peyton Pritchard doing in Boston, what Norman Powell doing in LA.
but they play different systems though, bro.
I know
They
that,
don't have
but
to just
exactly.
wait. No, Pritchard don't have to just sit around and look at Jokic and cut
I
when
don't think
Jokic tell him to cut.
I don't think the
Like,
rest of the team. I don't think they
it's
have
not
to
the
do
same.
that though.
Norman Powell don't just sit. Norman Powell is actually consistently active to holding the ball.
But
I'm not saying Jokic don't do those things.
but I'm saying, so if you saying they don't got to sit around and wait for them. So if they don't exactly, they don't have to do that. If you sitting around waiting for
I'm
another
saying they don't
team
have to do that because they're being put in position because they don't have a moniker like Jokic on their team that is going to take over everything because the analytics show you want to have the ball in his hands majority of the time.
Facts. You're not lying. Like Jokic really is playing like Jokic in 2018 Harden is closer than you think, gang. The nigga Jokic is gonna get a stat on every possession. Every possession he will get a stat, gang. It's gonna be him scoring or something he doing is gonna be the play that happened, gang.
Exactly. A ball. His play style, he can control his, and that's why I like to have this term box score destiny. He can control like the way that he plays. He can control his box score every game. He's gonna have every game. He's gonna have at least. He's gonna have at least most games. He's gonna have at least 28, 9, 9, and 9. Most games, like
minimum.
Like that's what I'm saying.
That's damn near his averages. That's
That's what I'm saying.
And that's
I'm not saying it takes away from how good he is.
Nah, he's good as hell.
Talking about stepping up and shit, like different systems.
But also, I ain't gonna lie.
Peyton Pritchard get the ball in his hands when we get to operate.
Like this late in the season, you need like this when your stars get tired. You need, you know what I'm saying?
This one your stars got to step up.
Yeah, they gotta step up.
No,
the stars got to step up higher.
It depends on where you at.
Hold on,
like,
Vintage.
Wait. I don't know. Like Vintage, I don't agree with that at all. Like every star come playoff time, your level's supposed to go up regardless.
I'm saying right now. I'm not talking about playoff time. I'm talking about.
I'm trying to ask you. Hold on, Vintage. I'm trying to ask you. What do you define?
Okay, I got you.
Hey, Vintage, what do you define as stepping up? Because Christian Brown averaging 15, Aaron Gordon averaging 14. You got MPJ 18 and Jamal Murray averaging 22.
And then what's the efficiency?
They pretty decently efficient. I ain't gonna lie. Aaron Gordon having the best 3-point shooting year of his career.
Yeah, bro.
But
I ain't gonna lie, Jokic the reason.
My thing is, I just don't
shooting 50%. Christian Brown 58% from the field.
I don't think you understand.
I think if Jamal Murray was consistently healthy, the Nuggets would be so much better.
But he's never really healthy like that.
I can agree with that.
They would be better, but they wouldn't be that much better, folks, because they got rid of all their perimeter defenders. Game, you gotta listen, folks. The Lakers, the Lakers could like hold flow right now.
And then Vintage, you talk about. Oh, go ahead, my bad.
I'm saying the only reason the Lakers can hold float right now is because they got some decent like point of attack defenders on their team, bro. Because they don't got no rim protection.
James.
And Jackson Hayes, at least he
Jokic and
athletic
Murray
enough
played
to
around the
get
same amount of
some
games.
type
Who
of
was their
rim
backup? Who
protection.
was their backup center?
Jokic plays. Hold on, Jokic
Jokic
plays
has 0
67.
rim protection, folks.
Right, Jokic
Who?
plays.
Oh,
Jokic played 67 games. Murray played 65 this season.
well, he played last season.
He
See,
probably played most of the season for he missed. He only started missing time at the end.
Last
I'm
season.
just saying,
Yeah.
like, what's the issue with the team? They got
Yeah,
five.
and that's my thing. I don't think it's an issue with the team.
That's
just
what I'm
think that
saying.
when you have a guy like Jokic, this is just gonna be how it is. Like that's just the reality of it. If those things that we're saying, if it's too much for him to do and be better at those minute things that can change the game for his team overall, if that's too much, then hey, this is just what it's gonna have to be then.
Hey,
Second
Chaz,
round
let me ask
exit.
you a question though,
That's
Chaz.
what's gonna be the reality of his career then.
Hey, let me ask you a question though, Chaz.
What's
You
up?
don't think like you don't think it's this ring type pressure like that we put on niggas because Jokic got him one for like
Yeah.
and like everybody not meant to win hella rings for like
Yep.
like I ain't gonna lie like
No, I
Jokic
agree. I agree with you on that. But I still don't think if to the next level of you being when we're having conversations about players, to me, then when I'm watching the foundational base of what the game is to win, right? But I'm saying because you have all of these individually amazing players, but what makes those players so great is how they're able to impact others. And how they're able to impact others ultimately shows up with the championships. That's how it ultimately shows up. Regardless, I'm not saying every single year you have to win. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that ultimately it's going to show up with how you impact your team and how individually great you are. Because when we talk about all these all-time great players, bro, the reality of it is majority of players can score 60, 50. They can get 10 assists. They can get 12 assists. They can get 10 rebounds. Hey, they can shoot high from the field. They can shoot high from the three-pointer. They can have stretches where they going scoring 30 points back to back to back to back. They can do all that. But the next step of that to separate those guys is how they impact others and make others better. That's the next step. And that
I ain't gonna lie,
ultimately
Jokic
results in
make niggas
championship.
better, but he don't make the defense better, and that's a problem, gang.
No,
That is the problem.
I think
That's literally the only problem with the Nuggets.
Like they have zero rim
better, but I
protection.
think
But
still
then
kind of
exactly, so that comes back to the coaching. If
No,
you
hold
want
on,
a different defensive scheme.
No, Vintage.
What? No,
Like the
there's no
scheme
defensive.
not
No.
gonna
See,
work.
we gotta
Vintage.
stop. We gotta stop. There's no
Like, bro, they
defensive
think
scheme.
this
There's no.
shit is
You
2K,
can't
bro.
change nothing when
There's
he's the
nothing you can
5
do.
man. He's going to get attacked regardless. Even if he's the 4, he's gonna get attacked regardless.
And that's the thing, bro. It was the same. It's the same
Right.
thing with Dirk. It was the same with Dirk, but Dirk wasn't playing like Jokic, so you could put more niggas around him, spacing the floor. You could build a team around that. You got to build a team around how Jokic is playing now, so they can't build a team for his deficiencies because they need him to be in that post all the time. Bro.
He said he's not great in the paint. No, and that's the thing. Him not being great in the paint when it's such a pick and roll heavy league, that's their biggest downfall.
Right, that's
because
terrible.
they're going to be able to get to the paint, and but I keep saying this: the layup is the most efficient shot in the game. So
if you giving that up, the three's gonna be wide open.
Against Jokic and them, if everybody on the court can attack and get to the rim and know that he's not finna really play help, he's not really finna be a presence.
Hey, Crunch, let me ask you a question though.
That's why all their games be so fucking close.
That's what I'm about to
They
say.
get it from three. That's why all their games be
If
so
he gets
fucking
better,
close.
if he gets better at rim protection, that's gonna help the whole team on defense now because everybody.
It's gonna help them.
That ain't even something he can get better at because he just
help everything.
slow.
And look, I don't think people understand how much better the superstar player has to get for the team, for the organization to win multiple championships, bro.
Yeah.
Like Jordan, Kobe, Tim, these dudes wasn't satisfied with the first ring. They was in the gym faithfully every summer, like as if they was still trying to get their first one.
Hey, Crunch, you don't think like Jokic did?
That when people
I feel like him winning the ring validated this shit. So it's almost like they not gonna stop doing it now. But I feel like if Jokic was out there averaging like 28, 10, and like 5, just on some regular, like playing regular, like they had like a bigger nigga out there with him. He playing the perimeter mode, like they got the offense really running the offense where they got a Jokic moving around and shit on the outside, like kind of how Dirk was, folks.
Right,
because he's shooting 50% from 3. You don't think that should be more effective than winning?
It'd be more effective because remember, Dirk, the year he won a ring, it ain't like he was averaging the most points he ever averaged. You feel me? Like the year he was winning MVP, or the other years he was probably averaging more, but that year it was just a better team oriented.
He had Tyson Chandler.
Tyson Chandler, exactly. But that's why I said the Nuggets should low-key bring over.
So you saying Lucas need to play power forward? That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah, kind of, but not really.
If he's not going to help, and if he's not going to improve his defense, then it's like, yeah, they're gonna have to bring over a 5-man or something like that.
But I can see that. I
But
can
but
see
then,
Some
that.
but
I
then
type
would.
no,
of
I
but
some
would
then
type
that's
of
the
concur.
tall
thing. Even
athletic.
when
Like
Dirk
they
in
had a
that
Nick
run,
Claxton. They had Nick Claxton too, for like something like that. Like somebody
even
young.
Yeah. I could. Nick Claxton,
Even with Dirk in that run though, the difference was like, yes, you have a guy like Tyson Chandler, but then the difference was that he committed to doing those things defensively. He
Yeah.
committed to that. It was a mental commitment from him, and that impacted the entire team. So I'm like, and that's why I say when people hear your superstar got to get better, when you say that, Crunch, they like, well, he's already averaging this, but we're not talking about the averages.
Nah, that
We're
shit don't
talking about
matter.
habits. We're talking about tendencies. We're talking about those little things that are really big things that changes your team from going to the second round to the finals and winning the
And I
championship.
think it's the same
This
with
shit
Giannis, bro.
change.
I think it's the same with Giannis, but it ain't defense with Giannis. I think Giannis play a play style where that shit not
Yep, his
helping his
offense.
team win,
Yep,
gang.
I agree.
I think he was.
Right. See,
Yeah,
Giannis
you
is
can
the
say that. I
opposite.
think he been kind of riddled. I think he been kind of riddled with a bunch of not so good teams.
But
Yeah,
no,
Chris
no, no, no,
Middleton
no.
was
No,
able.
with
What?
Giannis, with
Chris
Giannis
Middleton
is
was
the
injured.
with
Chris
Giannis
Middleton
is
was
the
injured.
opposite. He got to work on his offense.
It ain't even the
Chris,
offense. He need to play a role. Like he want to play like Jokic instead of
He
playing a role.
he want to be
If
point
Giannis
guard.
committed to that Amari Stoudemire role with they ain't really, he'll be OP as fuck and he wouldn't be using
And
no end of the offensive
if
scope.
you watch, the whole reason why they were supposed to get Dame was because so these guys can play in tandem. And Crunch, you hear me say this a lot, utilizing your dynamic skill sets in tandem. Like playing together on the court to open and expand possibilities and offensive
Literally.
opportunities for your team overall. Him and Giannis when Dame and Giannis on the court, every now and then there'll be a pick and pop. But Giannis setting that screen for him to get the
It's
ball.
usually
He not setting that
DHOs
screen to
for
get
it's
you
usually all
open.
dribble
He not
handoff.
setting that screen to really get you to get to something. He's setting that
He's
bitch
setting
to
the
get it
screen
back
so
to
you get
him.
him that
And
ball
now
on the
that Dame
outside.
went
He don't even
down,
want to
it's
roll.
like
He
when I
don't want to
watch
roll.
him, he didn't got like that burst back in his feet. And it's like, bro, when I'm saying this shit, people think I'm saying like, oh no, he ain't. No, he's still an amazing player. But it's like I'm watching him play, and I'm like, bro, it ain't about everybody on the team and maximizing them.
He
It's
need a
about, okay,
role,
no,
bro.
I can run the point guard. I'm gonna run PG. I want to bring the ball up the court. I want to do this.
You ain't see what he
That's what
just
it looked
pulled
like.
up. He just pulled up for
but
three for game,
so
knowing
I
damn
swear
well he
Jeff
can't shoot.
T.
Niggas
Jeff
can't
T.
even
no,
have
you
the
Really
court to
lying.
pull
He
the
did
three for
not.
game.
He did not pull up for 3 for game.
Yes, he did.
Yes, versus Indiana.
Wait, what game? What game? What game?
Bro, and
Oh,
then versus the Heat, the nigga came down and shot a fucking Kobe fadeaway for no
No,
reason.
it was a
Like,
fade on the
passing
baseline.
that bitch
Fade on the
up.
yo,
baseline.
what?
He did versus the
He
Pacers.
He
did.
held that bitch.
He
Hey, listen,
did.
you know how he shoot for? He held that bitch behind his head, long as hell, and shot a fadeaway and airballed that bitch.
Are you
I'm
are
like,
you
bro,
are
get
you,
a ball,
no,
gang.
are you talking about the one to go into overtime?
Yeah.
For overtime, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
And then against Indiana, his ass came. He literally dribbled all the way up the court. Like it's hella niggas asking for the ball. While he dribbled, they confused. He pull up a three, like a running three. He can't even shoot that airball. No, he
Hey, and Pete, even if we go to
Nah, I would.
go to that whatchamacallit game, the Warriors game that he played against Draymond and them. When Draymond played amazing defense on him. But this is my thing. But to me, Draymond is an amazing defender. But to me, that game was more so mentally. Giannis just didn't want to attack. It was like when he
and
didn't have the ball and
I
the offense wasn't being
completely
ran
agree
for
with you
him,
on
he'll
that.
just go stand off
facts. You
somewhere.
don't think
And then when
Giannis?
his
You don't
team
think if
need
Giannis
him,
knew how to
they were
post
in
up,
the
you don't think
bonus like
Giannis
at
could
the end
seal
at the end
Draymond
of
and
the
dunk
third
him,
quarter and
gang?
the beginning of the fourth quarter. And it's like he's not stepping up. He's not attacking. He's not initiating deep post position. Give me the ball. He's not doing none of those things. So I'm like, it's like he don't really look that engaged when it's not
If he
about
can't
him
run
doing
through that
this.
wall, he
He
not
don't
doing
look
them.
that
That's what I'm
engaged.
saying. You don't think Giannis could be easily sealing Draymond off and catching that bitch over his head and laying him?
That's what I'm
Oh my
saying.
It
baby.
would be
Draymond too
easy as
small.
He
hell.
should be doing that
And
every
That's
he's
what I'm
single
saying.
Draymond's
That's
too
game.
what
little, bro.
LeBron had to learn how to do that too,
Draymond
bro.
too
Before when
little.
LeBron couldn't post up, he was struggling. Like he had to like figure out how to beat through niggas, but instead he like, bro, I could just seal right here. I'm 256 pounds. I could seal a nigga and catch that bitch in one dribble lay.
Yeah.
It's just this obsession with like, and this why I say like the era thing. It's this obsession with proving that you can do everything on the court.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
Like
saying.
you don't have to like you don't have. I love the
Who
freedom.
they
I'm
learn
not
that
saying
from?
limit him to
But
this,
look, hold on, hold
but I'm
on. Can
saying
I say something real
to
quick?
maximize your
Yeah, go
team.
ahead.
By you doing everything you want to do, you're taking away from what others can possibly do for the team.
Literally.
So
Can I?
I'm not saying you limit your game. This is why you're supposed to know when to do these things. Okay, Giannis,
It
you're
was the
supposed to
same
know
with
when you're
Westbrook,
supposed to
fam.
bring the ball up the court. You're supposed to know when you're supposed to do this. And I go
It
back to
was
that.
the same
I don't
with
know if y'all
Westbrook.
remember that
Whoever just said that.
OKC versus Bucks in-season tournament championship game. The way that Giannis played that game, I loved it. He
That
was
was
stealing
this
in the
year?
post, catching and going, attacking quick, setting screens for Dame, getting other guys open, playing a two-man game on the block with Brook Lopez. They look unstoppable. I'm like, if he played like that, they're unstoppable.
Niggas don't understand that Brook Lopez, every time Giannis don't play, be having 20 and 10 again, bro. Every time Giannis don't play, Brook Lopez drop 20 and 10, bro.
Who they learned from by doing everything on the court, wanting to do
That
everything.
LeBron shit, niggas be always
Yeah,
talking about
exactly.
LeBron.
No, hold on. Can I say something about that?
Go ahead, Vince.
I think so many people try to do that is because ain't no true point guards no more, right? You like Chris Paul, Rondo, like motherfuckers, Steve Nash, Jason
Yep.
Kidd, motherfuckers that was gonna get the offense going. It's not nobody like that in the league too much.
It's not.
So most of the time now it's on a
No,
star
the
player
poor
to get the
point
team
guard.
But
activated.
I still don't think that that's what they have to do. I think that's more so like the analytics.
It's not what they have to do, but I feel
But
like
I,
that's what they feel like
I
they
think it's
gotta
a
do.
Oh, you
combination
talking
of
about
things.
Every
analytics? That's
dude,
what
every
Daryl
dude
Morey
got
said.
in the league that specialize in that. They
It
just
is.
role
They just
players.
always come off the
analytics.
bench now. Like they got Tyus Jones. He come off the bench, but he do that. It's niggas that do that, folks.
Yeah,
But
he
it's a
do.
lot
Yeah,
of
I ain't gonna lie.
That's
That
the
Phoenix
thing,
team
though.
was
Like,
never
they
that
don't
way.
promote those
That
type of
Phoenix team
players
was
in
They gotta
never that
general.
way.
let. They just gotta let them. Like even though they're not that
Yeah,
good of
they
an
don't let
overall
them. They
player,
don't let them
you
do
can
that.
yeah let them be like a Derek Fisher. You feel me?
No
Exactly.
but you
cap.
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
It's a lot of different roles that they pushed out of
Like
the
they didn't.
NBA, bro.
yeah.
Like
Hey,
And
nah,
like
it's
if
but
like
the
one
best
thing,
player on the
it's a
team
lot
is
to
a
do
big
with
man,
everything
then
Darius
overall.
you
Garland.
feel me. You don't gotta do Derek Fisher role. Even though he ain't a star, he still know how to run point. You feel me?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna
I
lie. One thing we ain't
100%
Yeah,
touched
and
agree
on
he
is
with
made a
that.
lot
that.
of clutch shots for Kobe Bryant in that Lakers team.
Here we go, sports.
What you said?
That's why Cavs getting bounced in the first round. It's like no,
What he said?
like
What
no.
does
But
that
yeah,
matter though?
no.
Why
I
do we
mean,
say
yeah,
that?
Derek. Yeah, but look, Kobe trusted Derek Fisher though.
Derek
Definitely.
Fisher
True.
just
Yep.
he a clutch ass nigga. That's a
These
good
players
player to
don't be
have in your
trusting
squad.
they
You
teammates.
gotta
I
trust
ain't
your
gonna lie. You know what
teammates.
Derek Fisher remind me of for a
And
good player like
you
this
get
this
that
year?
from and that is why it
It's
steps
Getty.
back even further. It goes back to listening to how these dudes don't practice. They don't
They
really come to
don't.
training camp because that's
They
where
don't
you
watch
build that up
film.
at. That's where you build that trust for your team at, that trust for other guys. Training camps throughout the season,
Exactly.
going through the ups and downs. That's why people who stay with their teams and they build these organizations up. That's why they get looked at the way that they do because it's like, okay, we knew that you went through what it took to get better, and you looked in the mirror and say, what can I do better?
Exactly.
Who are these people you talking
What
about?
can we do as a team? What can I do to make the team better
Who these
overall?
people?
Because
Who
I
are these
say this,
people
and
you
I
talking
feel
about?
like this league is an extremely amazing league, and there's so many talented guys. But I think a combination of the analytics, the highlights, in the LeBron, the play style, the heliocentrism, it's like we've taken away from what can actually be happening on the court.
But now the
Like the
problem,
game
the
is just
real
okay.
problem is
Yeah,
analytics,
you got
bro.
the high scorer mid
It's
range shooters.
analytics and
Give me the mid ranges,
heliocentric.
and it's
Yeah.
either go to the paint or it's three
But I
point.
ain't gonna lie,
And
all
it's
the
like
best players in the
give
NBA,
my player the ball at the top of the
the
key every
best
time.
players in the
But it's
NBA
like
take
we
mid-range
all know
shots,
though. If
gang.
we go back and look at majority of the teams who have dominated the NBA history, they have been the teams that where you have players on, even if they're not the highest name value level of players, everybody on the court is put in position to attack and create plays. So I'm like, with the freedom that's allowed in the game today, imagine how many guys and how many teams could be so good if everybody was just put in position to
Nah,
make
that's a
plays.
fact.
Hey,
Everybody.
I ain't gonna lie, Chaz, though. No bullshit though. It's like the niggas, all they did for real, like the best players in the league still be taking mid-range shots. Like it's only a few niggas that's like the
No,
best players
And
that's
that
what I
I
don't
said.
think,
take
Bro, the
mid-range
yeah,
best
shots.
truly, I
player,
think the league gonna go
Every,
back because Shay a mid range
I
shooter.
said that.
Shay a mid
I
range
said that.
but
shooter.
the best
LeBron
players
take a
all
lot of
time,
I
mid-range,
said
like
that.
gang.
not even just right now. The best players all time, the players that three-peated, the players that went back
Devin
to back had a very good half-court mid-range game.
No
Booker.
bullshit.
And
1-2 dribble
that's
bullets.
why Jason Tatum pissed me off so much.
Kawhi
Cause
Leonard,
nigga,
all these
you
niggas
is
got
six
mid-range,
nine.
gang.
And
Oh yeah, DeMar DeRozan,
But
Devin
that's the
Booker,
thing. I'm not saying that they have to do this because they're like, regardless of what I'm
Durant.
saying, they're not gonna listen. Like I'm just saying, like that's just the reality. My thing is just that okay, cool. If you want to shoot all them fucking threes, you still got to do what it takes to win. You still have to do the foundational, fundamental things that the game of basketball takes to win.
Exactly.
For sure,
I
I
keep
ain't
saying
gonna
it
lie,
Oh,
over and
and
Chaz.
over.
the thing about chugging all them threes is when
Every
you
single
gotta do
era
that
look
shit.
different.
You gonna have to do that
You
shit
got the
every
'90s
game.
where it's more post play. You got the 2000s where it's still dominant double bigs. You got the 2010s with the LeBron and the late 2010s with Steph and them. You got what you got now, and you got the '80s. Every era look different, but the game of basketball and what it takes to put your team to build good habits and tendencies
But
to put your
I
team in
ain't gonna lie,
position to win
Chaz. One thing
championships.
about what you
It's all the
saying though,
same.
one thing about what you saying is that the analytics shit is really just to help bad like teams that's not as good as other teams stay in the game. Because in the day, if you put up like you playing like a post player from the 2000s, folks, it's a team. It's teams that's not that good in today's NBA that can keep up with that team or if not beat them just because they playing analytics for with that shit, folks. They gonna be scoring 100. Like,
That's
ain't no
just the
team that
variance
is
of the
not gonna
game, though.
score no 100
I
points
don't
game.
really like the meaning of that statement to me is null void because it's like the analytics, like you're forcing teams to play all the same when they don't have the same level of players. There's so many different ways, like it's so many different talents in the league, and you forcing everybody
Daryl
to play.
Morey,
If you forcing
you
everybody to
need
play the
to
same
chat
way, it's
GPT.
people don't realize this shit. It's so many different ways to win basketball games. You don't have to play the same to
For
win a
sure, and
basketball game.
it's hella teams that be
Like
winning
that's
different
not what
ways though. I ain't
reality
gonna lie.
is. Like that's why I'm just like
But the
it's
foundation
so
is
many
still the same
limitations.
though. Definitely.
Like yeah, the foundational base of what it takes to
To
win
win is good.
basketball
Yeah.
games, good habits, hustle, communication, desire, teamwork. all
play
those things will
style.
forever stay the same, regardless of how the game
For
looks. All
sure.
that shit will always.
And
stay
that's
the
why
same.
the
That will
Nuggets
never
ain't
change.
coming like that this year because they lost them type of niggas, gang. They was doing that. And I
And
ain't gonna lie, one thing we ain't touch on
Jokic is supposed to
was
be
that
that type of nigga.
like
Brian,
every
Jokic
team
is
that
not.
Westbrook
He's
be
just
on,
not
Oh
gang,
yeah, they lost
I'm starting to look at Jokic as one of those players that's
to
going to put
Bruce
up high
Brown. They lost
stats,
to
but
forever. He for
a lot
sure.
of that is not going to lead to winning multiple championships. Let me say that.
Bro, niggas gonna sneak and get they one, bro. Like, cause Jokic, I ain't gonna lie, he got his one, bro. But we ain't gonna. He still ain't never been a 50. He never beat a 51 team in his
They
career,
already
gang.
But
blaming
I
Russell
think the
Westbrook for
reason
Michael
why
Malone
he
getting
got
fired.
that one, even though he stepped up and did play good, Jamal Murray was playing out of his
He
mind.
snapped, but you gotta think they
And
still
you
ain't
and
never beat
you
a
need
51
and they
team,
had
gang.
good defenders, and you need that to win in the playoffs.
That was a bad Miami. Oh,
They
that was
beat
a
they
Michael
beat
bad
McCollum
Miami,
Miami
is
team,
actually
bro.
their
bro.
That's
best
the
They
playing
only
tournament
that's the
team,
only
to be
person in
honest.
NBA history to beat two playing teams in 1 year ever.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Lakers made the play, but the Lakers shouldn't have been a playing
No,
team.
they was ass. The Lakers was ass,
They
bro.
was not ass.
They were ass, bro.
they was
That was
ass.
one of the best playing teams, honestly.
They was ass, but they was ass, gang.
They was ass though.
Wait,
They
who,
were not ass.
who was ass?
They made the Western Conference Finals. How was their ass?
Did he make the playoffs?
Okay,
Like,
the Heat. Well, hold on.
Was it that year where they
Now
almost
Heat
Zion
lost to
lost to
wasn't
them.
Zion
ass.
when
The Heat
Zion had
wasn't
like 40?
ass. What y'all talking about?
That was an ass matchup. That was an ass.
Gang,
They
I ain't
like
gonna lie. Whoever came out the
100%.
West that year was gonna spank the Heat, gang.
Thank you, thank you, thank
Cause
you,
the Heat
thank
played
you,
Giannis when
thank
Giannis
you,
was hurt, gang. Let's be for real. They played the
thank you.
Celtics, but the Celtics got a mentally weak ass team.
played, they lost. The only game that they won in that series was when Giannis didn't play.
Nah, for sure. But that don't. I'm saying they played Giannis, bro. What you mean? You think Giannis not? You think Giannis gonna let them lose, gang, to the Heat, gang?
I don't know. I've seen Giannis lose
And you know
before
how
because
that
of
go
crazy
when
stuff.
a
No,
nigga don't
that's
play
when
for and you
Giannis had
let
fell
up.
on his back after Kevin Love tried to take a charge.
Giannis got injured, but he came
And
back.
then the Bucks
Yeah,
just collapsed
I've
without
seen
their
No,
I've
but
seen
superstar.
he
Giannis
came
lose
back
before.
and he still was playing, and they still lost.
But you know what happened though? The nigga Giannis was in the clutch and his ass is
But he
Yeah,
was
he
terrible,
was
He
missing
bro.
scared of
free
free throw
throws.
line.
You
That's
get
what I'm
Giannis
saying.
in the
And Jimmy
clutch, you
Butler
fuck
was
around
busting
win, bro.
Drew Holiday ass, bro. That's what it
Drew,
was.
yeah, Jimmy Butler was busting Drew Holiday ass. He
Bro, he
was
was. I ain't
busting.
gonna lie. But now
he was
But
start he
I
was
was
the
finna
starting to
say
Bucks
start
need
Westbrook.
the
starting to
Bucks
talk
needed Drew
to
Holiday. The
Drew.
Bucks needed Drew Holiday, folks.
To the Celtics.
Yeah, they dumb for giving Drew Holiday away.
Goofy as
Yeah, it's
shit.
crazy. It's really cause like, why do niggas be helping the best teams? Like that shit be goofy. Like, I know the Bucks had no idea that nigga was gonna end up on the Celtics, but they like, we gonna give it to Blazers.
They
Blazers
give him
gonna
to
have
the
the Celtics.
Celtics.
I used to feel the same
That's
way
the
about the
worst team
Warriors.
you
Like
can give
niggas
him
is
to.
sending they niggas over
I
there. Like,
mean,
what are y'all
I feel
doing?
like if you trade them to Portland, folks, I feel like it was
But
like
I mean,
you should have
Giannis
knew they
technically
was gonna
forced their
flip him.
hand though
You should have knew they
by
was gonna
saying he
flip
was
him.
going to leave if they didn't get him
It
help.
was no way. It was no way Portland was going to keep Drew Holiday.
Giannis
There was no way Drew
Giannis one
Holiday
of
was
them
going to
niggas that
stay over
can't
there.
play with other people, bro.
He can't play with another star.
But what I was
And
finna say,
that's why I feel like the issue with
I was finna
players
say
this way,
every
bro.
nigga that play with Westbrook put up crazy stats though, folks.
It's all good like that, and I
You
think
see
But
that's
how
I
Russell
seen
Westbrook
people
had
blaming
Bradley Beal
Westbrook
looking?
for
The Wizards was in the playoffs.
Nah, they was ass. And
Malone
he
getting
not the reason they
fired.
was in the playoffs. And he not the reason they was in the playoffs.
who not?
Russell Westbrook. They
It
had a
was a
negative
far other
record.
What
reason.
They
It
had
year?
a
was a
negative
far other
record with him in
reason.
the game. They had a
Wait,
negative record with
when?
him on the court, and they had a positive record with Bradley Beal on the court, bro.
Like what?
You talking about
When?
on
He
the
out there
Wizards?
shooting 30-something% from the field, bro.
No, wait. I'm asking, what are y'all talking? What year are y'all talking about?
Now he talking about when
On
he
the
was on the
Wizards.
Wizards, they made the playoffs
Westbrook
winning
really
He
fucking
was
35
a
games.
big reason why they got it made to the playoffs. Him and whatchamacallit, him and Bradley Beal was one of the highest scoring duos ever.
Yeah, they were.
Nigga, Bradley Beal averaging 30-something points a game, bro.
Yeah, but I think that no, but
Russ
his
averaged
no,
25.
wait. Bradley Beal's highest scoring average is playing with Russ.
Yeah,
Cap.
Is it not? Hold on, let me go make sure.
Because he did the same shit the year before.
Hold on, we finna see right now.
It's either the year before or the year after the year. They
We
scored
finna
the
see
same
right now. We
amount
finna
of
see right
points.
now.
Check it. You can check it though.
When did he play with him in
In
20?
2020, 2021.
21, 22. Okay, 2021.
That was his highest 30 to 31.3.
Yep, his high. Yep, 31.3 was with Russ.
And what he averaged the year after that?
23.
23. All right, what's the year before
Big
that
drop.
then?
30.
30 and a half.
Bro, he been scoring
Okay,
30.
but still, he still averages highest thing with Russ.
All right, but you telling me I ain't
No,
gonna lie,
and
so you
he
impressed with a
also
nigga
shot.
winning 35 games, folks.
He shot the highest percentage from. He shot his highest percentage from the field and the highest amount of points. He shot 48.5% from the field.
So you impressed with a nigga winning 35 games though?
Who?
The Wizards.
Wait, no, bro. Yes, the Wizards are fucking trash. Yes.
They was a trash team. That trash team made the playoffs. That trash team made the
Exactly.
playoffs.
That's
Bro,
what I'm
what
saying.
is the
Like, when
playoffs? We
was the
talking
last
about
time
the
they made the
East
playoffs
game.
before that?
They had a weaker John Wall. They had a weaker Bradley Beal and John Wall. They was
That's
winning
what I'm
40
like.
games.
Yeah,
47
and
games.
that was way before. And they had a wait, but then you're leaving out. They had a way better team.
Who was on 18 with them, gang? Who was on the team?
Wait. So did they not? Wait. So did they not have a better team back in 2017 than they had? What whatchamacallit, what Russ and Bill had?
I'm finna look up the roster in 2021.
Come on, bro.
See.
Come on.
You finna see right now.
Then they had what whatchamacallit, what Russ and Bill had.
I'm finna look up the roster in 2021.
Come on, bro.
See.
Come on.
You finna see right now. Bro, that nigga,
I got mad respect for Russ.
That's a
bro.
cancer,
He
gang.
a cancer?
Yeah,
Russ
cancer.
Cancer?
Yeah,
cancer.
He a
He's
cancer?
think about this, bro.
He played 82
every single
games
team
every
he be
season.
on, them niggas be like, bro, it's a cap. It's a super cap on your team, bro. You're not winning if that nigga's on your team.
He's done everything. Every team.
Like the Nuggets, I knew the Nuggets would not be on shit as soon as they signed him, gang.
But he's played good throughout the majority of the season.
No, the fuck.
Yes, he has.
Bro, oh my God.
Remember when he started and he was like averaging a triple double?
Bro, you was just talking about how stats don't be telling
So now niggas don't care about stats.
We was just talking about you.
Wait. So now niggas don't care about stats. Okay.
Chaz, we was just saying that. Don't do that, Chaz. We was just saying that.
And so everybody agrees with that.
That what? Stats don't tell the story?
Stats don't mean nothing.
Yeah. We just saying it.
Bet. My thing is when he was it's once again the statistics are the headline of the conversation with the context behind what's actually happening. So I can say the stats, but if I'm telling you what's factually happening on the court, was happening on the court when he had a bigger opportunity. He did what he did statistically, but the impact of what he was doing, pushing the ball in transition, that's something that they didn't have. He became a primary ball handler. That's something they didn't have outside of Jokic. He put Jamal Murray back in that 2-guard role, and Jamal Murray looked more comfortable. He was doing a lot of things great for the team, offensively and defensively, bro. So I'm like,
bro,
he had bad stretches. He had a bad couple games.
They crashing out now. This is the season.
Hold on. Who said
they took him from bench? Bro, a nigga's gonna be. He's gonna have inconsistent play when it comes to impact if he's going from bench to starter to bench to starter.
He's going from bench to starter. You think they want to bench him if he playing good?
Be for real. He was made the scapegoat in that LA
team. They
team,
benched him because they got healthy.
In the game, he
was not ass, bro. I'm watching the games too, bro.
The same way he missed that open layup and fouled the nigga. He been doing shit like that.
Wait, can you tell me how? Wait, because I just told you how Russ was good. So can you tell me how he was ass?
Gang, throwing the ball away. He literally be missing.
Everybody turns the ball over.
Gang. On defense, he watched Russell Westbrook. He be ball watching hard.
That's what I'm like. Come on, bro.
He be ball watching hard as fuck if you watch Russell Westbrook.
8 ball, bro. You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
What the fuck? Y'all love this nigga so bad.
I'm not.
Y'all love this nigga so bad.
This dude play hard every game. He gives it his all every game, and you can't.
That's giving, bro. If playing like y'all love CTE basketball, that's playing your all.
How was that CTE basketball?
That's CTE basketball playing like a chicken with your head cut off is not playing hard.
I'm not saying that the nigga cannot be better. I'm not saying that he doesn't do bad things, but I'm saying that if I gotta choose a player like Russ on my team, I'm never gonna call him a cancer.
That's a cancer.
Thank you. He just watched it happen the last 5 years, bro.
Every time he's been on, he cancer ass.
He was a cancer on the LA team. On that Clippers team, he was not no cancer.
What James Harden just say? For James Harden said we better because the niggas we don't have no more.
Man, he talking about Paul George.
What? Alright.
Because he played with Russ before. He played with Russ in 2020.
And he got rid of him. They was best friends. He wanted him traded.
And they got rid of him, and he left the next season too.
They was best friends. They wanted him traded. He wanted Russell Westbrook
traded. He left the next season too.
Yeah, exactly.
He said trade Russ.
Yeah, Harden left the next season. So what are we saying?
Harden left the next season too.
James Harden ain't kill no franchise.
What about the Brooklyn Nets?
I ain't gonna lie. Chaz and Crunch are...
So he didn't kill the Brooklyn Nets. He didn't
kill Russell.
James Harden killed the 76ers.
Russ and Harden was good on the Rockets.
He was good with the Clippers too.
Nigga, Russ was good on the Rockets. When they was leaving him wide open.
Russ was solid on the Clippers.
They was leaving him wide open.
He sound like a Russell Westbrook player.
They leaving him wide open.
Chaz and Crunch are professional yappers, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro.
No, y'all acting like
you telling me, hey, look, you telling me a nigga that's not your center. A nigga that's not your center getting left wide open and can't do shit with that space. Is good nigga for your team.
Wait, you say what?
You telling me a
He's a
nigga that's
bad
not your
shooter.
center getting left wide open in space and he can't do shit with that
Hold
space?
on,
Is
hold on,
still
hold
be a
on.
So
Let
who
center.
are we
Damon talk.
talking
What you
about
say,
now? Who are we
Damon?
You
talking
talking
about?
about Russ?
Wait,
acting like
when,
Brooklyn
when,
dominant
when,
right now?
when, when?
2020, 2021,
Bro, they
2022,
did have space. What are you
2023.
talking
Yeah,
about?
because wait.
Bro,
So
y'all
wait, so you
tweaking,
said
bro.
you
Y'all
gotta
tripping.
stick to something. Like, so
Wait,
what are
what's
we
the topic?
talking
What's the
about?
Y'all
topic? What's the
tripping.
topic?
Hold
Y'all
on, he's
tweaking.
saying Russ is a cancer. No, hold on.
Nah, he
Russ
got
is a
no.
cancer.
For
Yes.
sure.
Nah, hell
Who
Yes.
said
no.
Russ is a cancer?
Russ
Wait,
is a
so
cat
wait,
since
you say so a
2018.
nigga who's being
Since
wait,
Russ ain't no
2018.
a
goddamn
nigga who's
cancer. What the
being
hell
left
wrong?
wide open.
Since
Y'all
2018,
bugging,
bro.
bro.
You, bro.
Y'all
Come on,
bugging.
bro. Russ ain't no goddamn cancer.
You
How?
know
How
when
is
you talking
he?
about when they lost to the Jazz?
Yeah, what the
You know
fuck?
he don't own you wait, how many games did that series go?
What you mean?
How many
6.
games did that series go with the
That was
Jazz?
6.
6.
5.
Six.
I thought it
Wait,
was
it wasn't
five.
I
6.
thought it went five.
It went
Did it
6.
go five?
James,
Okay.
him and Paul George had 40 each in game
Yeah,
5.
if I'm not mistaken, one of the games they won, they were down like 20 some points, and he the reason they won that game.
Him and Paul George, but you talking about game 5. Well, I'll give you that.
Like, yeah, that's why I'm like, come on, bro, we gotta
But they
stop, bro.
lost to a rookie game. You
Come
think
on,
Russell,
bro.
bro, if this is
Yeah,
the nigga you
and
talking about, the
with the
MVP of the
wait
NBA.
with one of the best defenders in the league
Wait,
on one of the
Y'all
best
just
defensive
hating.
teams in the league.
wait. How
Okay,
is he?
cool.
Wait, how is he? How is he a cancer when all the players that play with him, they
They
rose
played
to
their
their
best with
peak. They
They
him.
played
have
their
no
best with
choice, and they
Westbrook.
team be worse.
Wait, what you mean they had no
They
choice?
have no
Wait,
choice.
what
That
kind
nigga
of
out there
2014
choice?
selling.
OKC they wasn't that good.
What?
Okay, got you.
They
What kind of
nigga out
choice
there
is that,
selling, gang.
bro? That don't even make sense, bro.
The
Come
nigga
on,
out
hey,
there
That
bro.
selling,
don't
so you
make
gotta
no sense.
compensate for
That
that
don't
selling
even
by
make no
going off,
sense,
gang.
bro.
That's
That's
So,
facts.
but
crazy. That's crazy.
what if he's overcompensating because the other best players on the team ain't stepping up?
Who? You talking about the nigga? You talking about the
KD
nigga
in
on his team? Or you
2016.
talking about Russ?
Kevin Durant in 2016.
Oh, I'm not. Nah, KD just a hoe. So I'm not
Oh,
gonna.
see,
What?
that's
I ain't
So
say he was a
now
cancer
KD
then.
just a hoe.
Russ wasn't no cancer
What
before
that
So
got to
that.
do
wait,
with
so when was he a
basketball?
cancer?
Before
So
his
when was he a
MVP,
cancer?
before his MVP
So
run,
hey,
gang.
bro,
I'm
when
talking about in
when
the
was
last
Russ?
7 years,
So
gang.
wait.
so okay, okay, wait. So what made him a cancer for you? Like when? What was the moment? Like this nigga a cancer? When did you say that?
Shit, when he had to start playing a role with other niggas that was good on his team, I started
Nigga,
seeing it.
when? Give me
When
a
he by
year, nigga,
himself,
or the time when you seen it. When you was
I'm
like,
talking
man,
about
he a
2018 to
cancer.
2025, gang. Every
So
year in the playoffs, I
2018,
watched
that's
this
when he
nigga
started.
fill his
So
team.
2018 is when Russ started being a cancer to you.
Yes.
When
How
was
is he
he at
ever
in
Russ
2018? He
2018?
played
bro,
all the
and
Houston, wasn't he?
44%
Bro, what are
shooting
you
in
talking about,
2018.
bro?
Wait, so because he lost to Donovan Mitchell and them, he a cancer?
What? Yes. You
What?
got to think about
What?
it. You got to think about
Come
it. If
on
you
now.
watch the series, game, he was getting himself psyched out the game by Ricky Rubio. He letting Ricky
I
Rubio get in
watched the
his head.
series, but no, that's the thing though. You just harping on Russ when fucking Paul George was getting eaten alive by fucking Joe Ingles.
I ain't. Paul George's ass too for sure. So
Like,
I ain't gonna
so
super
is
blame Russ for that.
Paul George a
But
cancer
that's when
too,
I
right?
started seeing that shit. But that for sure came in fruition the last 5 years for sure. Since he been with Harden and
He not
since
no
then,
cancer, bro. We not finna do that, bro.
bro, how he literally,
Everybody
bro.
that played with
The
Russ said he
Nuggets
get
just
love, though,
crashed out
bro. We
because he
not
on
finna.
18. The Lakers
We,
crashed out as soon as he got on 18. Like, what are we talking? The
no.
Clippers crashed out as soon as he got on 18.
You see, you being nasty. How many games? How
How?
many? Wait, no. 8 ball. See, you being nasty, bro. How many games did fucking Anthony Davis and LeBron play that year?
Bro, like 550 some games.
Okay, nigga, they played like I think they played like 40 something, bro.
The 2020, 21 season?
Yes, like I think AD played like 40 something, and LeBron played like 50. And Russ played all 82. So how the fuck they gonna be good if the other two niggas on the team he's supposed to play with wasn't fucking
Not
playing?
even
So
playing.
how many games they played the next season, bro? Because they
But
played the next season, bro.
And did you know that next season Russ was in 6 man of the year contention when Him asked him to come off
Nigga,
the
and they was
bench?
ass until
Like
they
what?
traded him.
What?
They was league ass till they traded him. He was literally not even in the playoffs till they traded him.
So it's his fault that he's being brought over here. They're telling him he's gonna have to do something. Then he has to constantly switch his role, and that's
Because he not doing it
fault.
right. I'm
That's his
watching
fault.
him do
But
this shit
no,
wrong.
they didn't let him do what they told him they were gonna let him do the first season. Then when Darvin asked him to come off the bench, he was extremely productive off the bench. Remember, they were losing close games in that next season. They were losing close games. They weren't getting blown out.
Yes. Why? Why do you think they was losing them close
They were
games?
losing close games because Anthony Davis,
Because of
LeBron, and
Russ.
Russ could not connect on the court.
No, that's not connecting. It's not
Yes.
connecting when it's a loose ball and Russ ass smacking that bitch OB for no reason when it could have been a ball. It's not a loose ball when Russ has an open cut for a dunk against the Nets in Christmas Day and he bricking that bitch for no reason, a wide open dunk, bricking that bitch in the clutch for no reason.
Just because you make bad plays don't mean you're a cancer.
He making bad plays in the clutch all the time.
Like what?
Like this shit is not new. That layup, miss layup, that shit is not new.
I think you using the. I think you using
you
the
saying
wrong
he make
word,
bad
bro.
plays
He's
in the
not a
clutch
cancer,
all the
bro.
time, bro? Really?
Bro, that shit is not new at all.
Wow.
Since 2020, that that shit is nowhere near
Russ
normal.
make bad plays in the clutch all the time.
Yes, bro. What you mean?
Like
Bro,
that's who
even
Russ
on the
is. Just
Wizards,
bad
niggas talking
plays
about
in
the
the clutch.
Wizards. He out there shooting 2 for 20 in the
Bad.
playoffs. What are
Okay,
we
so he
talking
just
about?
okay. Russ just trashed him, bro. Okay, I got you.
I bet.
I ain't never heard
What you
no
got
shit like
against
this
Russ,
before.
bro?
I
What you
don't. I
got
used to be
against
my
Russ?
favorite player. I
And this
watched him
nigga
be ass. That
cancer
shit makes
is
me hurt. That
crazy.
shit really makes me mad, folks. I ain't gonna lie.
Like,
So when did you
so
stop
you
becoming
mad
a Russ
because
fan?
another
Or
nigga
when did
play
you
hard?
stop being a Russ fan? Folks?
Shit, like 2020, folks. I'm like, bro, what's really to this
What?
nigga?
Wow, bro.
That is crazy.
How was he a
I ain't gonna
cancer in
lie, that's crazy.
2020 when
Game
Harden
that
had
And
went
we
and
get
got
him
look, I
wide
think you
ass
using the
open.
wrong
He's the
word because
only
he's not
nigga
a
can't do
cancer.
nothing with his
When you a
face.
cancer to the team, that means you just terrible in the locker
Damn,
room. Your
bro, they
vibes
damn it, bro. They was
bad.
up 3-1 against the Thunder. He came back. They instantly get the lose, and he threw the ball out of bounds on his own.
Wait, you
Going
talking
for a midi at
wait,
the free
3-1
throw
against the
line.
Thunder.
Airballed that
Wait, he
bitch.
played for the Thunder. When was he ever up 3-1 against
When
the
he was on the
Thunder?
Rockets against the Thunder in the bubble game.
They were up 3-1?
Yes, bro. He choked
They
game
no, they
five. He
lost.
literally
Didn't they
shot
But
a
they
didn't they,
won
midi.
didn't
though.
they
He
lose?
shot a
Hold
midi
on.
and airballed the midi game.
Didn't they lose in the hold on, let me make sure.
They lost against the Lakers in the
Hold
second round.
on, hold on.
Hold on, that
That bitch
was
went
They
7 because
did lose
Russ
against
came
the
back from
Lakers.
injury. Russ had like a hamstring injury.
I'm looking for Russ. Okay, so if he had an injury, why are you blaming him, bro?
Nigga, he came back and sold the team. He should have stayed the
Hold
fuck
on.
out. They would have won
How
in
did he sell
5.
the
What the
team
fuck?
if they played against
Harden
him
was
with the
fucking them
Celtics in
little
the next
niggas up.
And
round?
more than likely, they wanted him back in that more than that. It was a reason he came back. He didn't just
Who the
want to
fuck
come
else
back.
they was gonna play?
Nigga, the niggas that
Exactly.
was winning the games before he came back.
But he only played 3 games in the second round though. In the first
Five
round.
in the first round, 5, 6, 7. Yes, the games
Yeah,
they started selling in.
and
Yes.
but they won. They won 2 of the 3 games he played in. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Oh
they literally, bro.
shit.
What do you mean? They literally went
They
against the
they
Celtics
won.
and he
They
Oh
came
won.
back.
shit.
They won.
Oh
Hold
shit.
on. The one game they lost, it was a 4-point loss. The last game that they won, it was 104-102. And then in one of the games that he
The last
played,
game
the
they
first
won,
no.
yeah. The last game they
In
won
the,
when
in
Lou
the,
Dort
in
threw
the
that bit
first
open
game that
game.
he
Hold on,
played,
A-Ball. Hold on,
in the
A-Ball.
first game that he played, they blew them out 114 to 114 to 80.
Bro, how much tick he play in that
So hold
game?
on,
What are you
hold on,
talking
A-Ball. Hold on,
about?
hold on, A-Ball. So Chaz, you
He
telling me
played
that they
24,
won?
27, and
So
34.
Chaz, they won 2 games out of the 3
Exactly out of the
when
3
he
games, and he talking
played.
about he had cancer. Get the fuck out of here, bro. What are you
Bro,
No,
talking
this
that
is
about?
don't that don't
crazy.
match.
What?
That don't match, bro.
Cook
I'm
him,
sorry.
Come on,
Chad.
That
bro.
don't, you can't put the 2 together. Oh, A-Ball,
That's a
don't
What are
right,
you
cancer,
talking
bro.
about,
bro.
bro?
Cancer,
That's not a
bro.
cancer. Winning 2 out of 3 is not a cancer, bro.
Come on, bro. We being real nasty. Yeah.
It
Look it
is
up,
He's
bro.
not
nasty.
a
Look it up.
I ain't gonna
Look it
cancer,
up.
lie.
bro.
That's
You
nasty.
using
Russ
the
has
wrong
never been
word.
a
He's not a
cancer.
cancer.
All right,
He's
what's the
not a
word then,
cancer.
folks?
Nigga won 2 out of
Nah,
the 3
not
games he
not a
played. He
cancer.
sold.
All right, what's the
He
Not
word?
a
talking
He a
about
cancer.
he talking
detriment
about
for
he
How
was
we
selling
saying
the
it, bro?
series and they won 2
he
out of
a
the 3 games he
he a
played.
Russ,
Like,
detriment
you
for
call
what?
Russ
What's
a
it called?
Cancer.
cancer,
What
bro.
are we
He's never
calling
been a
it, folks?
cancer.
What are we calling it? A
He ain't
detriment
never
for
been a
what are we calling
cancer.
it, folks?
but I'm not.
Like
He
everybody
just
that
made. He
says
just
that
made.
Russ
He
he
On the
just
just makes
making
court,
not
stuff
like
no,
a
no.
up.
basketball, bro.
It is
None of his
factual.
coaches or teammates have ever said that about Russ.
It
I,
is
Anyways,
yeah, I
factual.
never
Nigga,
said
ain't
nothing
nobody
It
bad
said
is
that,
about Russ
folks.
absolutely
neither.
factual. It is an absolute fact that on the court he's hurt his
I
team
heard Russ is a
sometimes.
good
That's a
teammate.
fact. That's a fact. But to say
Bro,
he's a
what?
cancer with
yeah.
how he plays the game and how he
A lot
impacts
of
the
Cancer's the
game,
and
wrong. Cancer's the wrong word.
Everybody say
that
he a
sound
yeah, I
like
don't
good
know
hate.
about
teammate.
cancer,
That
bro. That's
feels like
crazy.
Everybody
hate to
say
me,
he a
bro.
good teammate, but get rid of him the next year. So how the fuck he so good, gang? If they want him
How
back
they
and
wait,
take him
wait, they
back.
don't wait, hold on, wait. Because wherever he goes, they constantly switch his role up. He does
Why do
he
you
does
think
what they
so?
do
Why
what
do you
they
think
ask him to
that?
do.
So
How is that
so
his fault?
so
Why
was
do you
Kevin
think
Durant
Don't
that?
the
ever
niggas got a
since
winning
Do
record
not
he
with
been
wait,
him
on
in
the
the
court
starting
with
this is what
lineup?
I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
since
The
leaving
niggas
Golden
gotta
State?
remember when he went to the Clippers, he was playing bad at first. Then towards the end of the season, he turned up. And when him and Kawhi was on the court, they were killing the Suns. They was killing them. Like
You is not
and I don't know if
wrong.
y'all remember, he had like a stretch. He had like a stretch in the last like 5, 6, 7, 6 games of the season for the Clippers when he got traded over there. When he was turned all the way up. I don't know if y'all remember that picture of Russ screaming on the ground against the Grizzlies. Like when they had the like I'm like, and then in the next season, when him, Paul George, and Kawhi, I think it was him, Paul George, and Kawhi on the court before James Harden got there, they were the best trio in the league. Then they got James Harden over there, then his role had to take a step back again. Like
Yeah, because James was going through it with Daryl
it,
Morey.
exactly. What are we talking about?
And learn
Man,
that to learn the
Bro, you just
system.
named the series with a nigga in the closeout game shot 2 for 18. Matter, let me
Bro,
stop.
you
Let me
can
stop horning.
wait,
3 for
what series?
18.
Did
What
you not
series?
see
What
that
3
series?
graphic?
for
You
18,
brought up
bro.
the Utah Johnson. So what about when Paul George
Like
was
you
talking
just
about
said,
MPJ?
Nah,
wait,
well, we
no,
already
wait,
went that series.
But now,
Paul George is ass.
but you just
What
you
about
just told
Carmelo
me
Anthony? Because there was a game
you
where they
just
shot
Carmelo wasn't
terrible,
even
both
getting
of
no.
them, and Russ
Carmelo
had
wasn't
like
even getting no
46.
shots. Carmelo wasn't even getting no shots. How many shots Carmelo take? He
you
took 6
said
shots
you said he shot 3 for 18. What series he shot 3 for 18 in?
against the Suns. The same Suns series you talking about. He shot 3 for 18.
What, bro, wait. No, in the games that Kawhi played, they were dominating the Suns.
How many games Kawhi play? And he
He
only
played
played 1
one.
game or 2 games.
So why you
Yes,
want to talk
one or
about the
two.
game where Russ had
But that's
40?
the
When Russ
thing,
had
though. But
40.
no, that's my
Russ had
point.
40.
So nigga, and then he got one of the biggest. He had one of the big. See, look, you mentioned you pick and choose. You mentioned and talk about Russ's downfalls, but you don't talk about how in one of them games versus Suns, that same series that you talking about, the Suns series when him and Kawhi was dominating. You forget that he got the biggest defensive stop on Devin Booker at the end of the game and locked him down. We
I
forget about
remember
that.
that.
Though. Forget
I
about that.
remember
Forget about that. Forget about
That's
that.
cool. I remember
Yeah,
that.
cool. But you said he always fuck up in the clutch. All right, cool.
He
I
do.
got you.
Yeah. What about the game when he had 40? When he had 40?
I got you.
Talk about that.
I got you. Cool. I'm like, the other niggas on the team, they can't constantly play their fucking role and they can't constantly be in the game. And now when he has to take a step up out of nowhere, now and he don't play as good, it's Russ a cancer. Like, get the fuck out of here,
Russ
bro.
is a
What are you talking
cancer
about?
test.
No, you
What?
want to talk about the good games that Russ had
That
against the
nigga a
Suns?
cancer. That nigga a
They had
Who
One of
said?
those games he had like 34.
him and Norman Powell out there hooping against KD and fucking Devin Booker.
Yeah, they was.
Like, come on, bro. And Norman Powell was doing his thing. Russ was too. Russ has never been this high efficient player, no high efficiency player. He's never been that throughout his entire career, outside of probably one season. That's
So
not
why is
Russ's
he
game.
taking so many shots?
His game is not high efficiency. His game is
So why
hard
you?
play, heavy play, make plays. That's his game.
Hey, let me ask you: if a nigga not efficient at all, why is he taking so many shots?
Bro, because that's what he has to do for the team. They
That's
they want him to
He
take
has to
those
miss
shots.
shots for the team.
If that's the issue, then
So you saying that every time you
if
start
that's the
taking
issue,
on his
then
shots?
and
What
I'm
about
not
the
saying,
Kevin
and
Durant
this the thing,
inefficient games?
He
What about the
constantly
James
keeps talking
Harden?
about the downfalls of Russ when I've admitted that Russ has bad moments. I'm not saying that he don't. Russ has played bad in big games before. I'm not saying that he hasn't. But to say he's a cancer overall with how he impacts the game, that's a goddamn lie.
It
Goddamn lie.
is.
But did Kawhi play? Did Kawhi play in the 2024 playoffs, bro?
Come on, bro.
Hey, did Kawhi play in the 2024 playoffs, bro?
Well,
He
yes,
did.
I
He
think he
did.
played one game, 1 or 2 games.
No,
Yes.
he played like 2 games. And the game when Kawhi came back, they got blown out by Luka and Kyrie.
Yeah, and he was statistically he was not good in that series. He shot abysmal percentages from the
Worse
field.
than not
But
good,
if you
bro.
but I remember when I go back and watch that series on my live. When we was watching that series, the note on that series was he was shooting bad from the field, but he was the best perimeter defender on the court. Because we were talking about how bad Luka was. He was locking Luka ass up. I remember this shit, bro. He was locking Luka shit up. Like that, because I don't know if y'all remember, that was the series where they was like Kyrie stepping up, and Luka was like, he Batman and I'm Robin, and I'm failing my Batman right now. Remember, that's what Luka was saying, because that was the story on Luka in that series. It was like Luka shooting low percentage from the field. This don't look like Luka. He just came off of averaging 33, 8, and 8, or whatever he was averaging. He was looking like an MVP candidate, and then they was like, okay, no, look at him
Luka
shooting low
averaged
percentage
30,
from the
10,
field,
and 8
and Russ was
in
locking
that
that
series.
nigga up.
The nigga averaged 30, 10, and 8 in that series, bro.
Like what? You see? Oh, but now it's about stats, y'all. But he was
What
just telling me that we don't talk about stats. Okay, cool. I got you.
He's getting locked up, gang.
I cool. Bro, you can be getting locked up by one person and still get your shit off. You know that, right? Come on, bro. Come on. Like LeBron averaged 30 some points, so many rebounds in 2015. But if you go watch that film, nigga, they was locking that nigga up.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying. No, Iggy was locking that shit up. My bad.
They.
No, my bad. Iggy was locking.
You said
that
they. You said you
My
knew, you
bad.
knew what you were
My
saying. You
bad.
said
My
they.
bad. No, and I just corrected myself. I said Iggy was. 2 things can be true at once, my nigga. Come on, dog.
Oh hell nah, fuck.
Come on, yeah.
Like,
Come on,
bro,
I
bro.
know you.
y'all-
I know you fuck with that
talking about
nigga,
Russ
bro,
is
but
a cancer.
you
Like,
gotta
when
look
has
at
he
the
ever
facts.
been a
Come on,
cancer?
dog. Nigga, now I'm telling the truth, nigga. You ain't you not telling you keep bringing up the bad
I'm
shit.
literally.
When
I
bring
just
up
gave
the
you
good shit,
5
it don't
situations.
matter.
You try to
When
tell me a good
when I
teammate
counter your
niggas
points
kicking
with
his
actual
ass.
reality.
No.
No.
Because you bringing up Russ's low moments.
When
You
I
want to talk
counter
about
your
none of
points
this
with actual
highlights?
reality, the thing you say back to me is he's still a cancer. So who the fuck on who? Fuck we talking about, bro? Come on, man. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah. You want to talk about none of Russ's good moments? You only
Fuck
talking
you
about his
talking about, nigga?
negative.
That hating ass shit, bro.
You just hating.
Why he on your ass?
Y'all ass fucking Russ, bro. I fuck with that shit though. I fuck with that.
Nah,
I
bro,
fuck
we
with how
just
y'all
being
fuck with
honest.
bro.
We
Nah, I
hating
fuck with
because
how
you
y'all
said he
fuck
was a
with.
cancer,
It's not even
but
that
there's
we
no
fuck with
evidence.
Russ. It's you called him a cancer.
You
And
call him a
That's
Yeah, you
cancer.
call him a
that's the
that's
wrong
cancer.
You
word to
called him a
use.
cancer. That's
Cancer was the
different.
wrong
like
word
you
to
That's
can
a
use.
literally
different.
like any bro. If you get signed next
Ain't
year,
no
Hey,
cancer.
look y'all.
gang.
Whenever you go against a nigga opinion against a player that he don't like, oh, you dick riding him. Oh, you doing this. You
I
doing
ain't say
that.
y'all was
Hold
dick
on.
riding them, but
So
y'all
let me ask you
definitely
No,
this,
fuck with
bro.
Russ, bro.
So
I
you
didn't.
must think Kevin Durant and James Harden are cancers, correct?
Nah,
They've been on
hell nah.
numeral teams though.
Yeah.
They be
Nah.
traded.
Why James Harden
Yeah,
not a
why
cancer?
K? Yeah, why KD
I
not
ain't
a cancer?
not
Why
KD
KD
though.
not a cancer?
Why KD not a cancer?
Why KD not a cancer?
How is KD a cancer? He only got
Didn't he
Outside of
play with
Golden
more
State, what is he
talent?
Look at the
doing?
teams he
Didn't he
been
play with
on,
all the
man.
talent?
Wait,
I don't
outside of
know.
Golden State, he go form all these
Who
teams.
has
What
he
happened?
won with? He messed up Kyrie, James Harden.
he
Who has he
messed up
won with?
Kyrie.
He
That's
messed up
wild.
Devin Booker. Did he
He
not?
messed up
Messed up.
Devin
Wait,
Booker.
Definitely messed up Devin
Bradley
Booker.
Bill. You got Bradley
So
Bill on there. Did he
hold
not?
on, Chris. So Kyrie a cancer too, right?
Hell nah.
Oh, how Kyrie not a cancer?
Hell nah, he not no cancer. What the fuck? They could call it Kyrie a
Man.
cancer. Kyrie is just in the finals. How is Kyrie a
Okay,
cancer?
Kyrie not a cancer. Okay.
Hell no, he was just a finals.
If Kyrie not a cancer, Russ definitely not a cancer.
How was Kyrie a cancer? But
No,
nigga,
I
Kyrie
don't.
been in
No,
the finals with multiple
I don't
teams.
think. No, that's my thing. I don't think neither of them are cancers.
None of them are
I don't
My
cancers.
either.
thing is
None of them are
historically,
cancers.
if you go look at the shit Kyrie has had to deal
That's
with
our point,
on
bro.
and
None
off
of those
the court,
guys are cancers.
What about in Boston?
the narrative on Kyrie has been the shit to do with him in the locker room and all this other shit. But the
Yeah.
same way you just saying he not a cancer, and you talk, we talk about the way that his teammates talk about Kyrie, it's the same thing for us.
Nah, hell no, hell no,
I
hell
agree.
no.
Bro, Russ teammates
Hell
talk
no.
about him the
That's the
same way
truth.
Kyrie teammates
Hell
talk about
no.
him.
Yeah.
Bro, when the last time Russ been out
Yeah.
the first round as the second or
Oh,
third?
see,
bro,
okay,
what are
No,
you talking
no,
about?
you
Now
you
we gonna
know
move
That
the
you
don't
goalposts
have
now.
nothing
Like,
to
what
do
do
with
you
being
mean?
a cancer, though.
You talking
Bro.
about Kyrie? Kyrie to be out
No,
the first round plenty
no,
times,
you
bro.
moving the goalpost. You moving the
How?
goalpost, bro.
How? What the fuck?
You moving it,
How?
bro.
Moving the goalposts.
Ain't we talking
You
about
Wait,
moving it,
winning? Ain't we talking
bro.
about impacting the game?
Russ, you just right. You said
He
out
just
the
gave
second
you.
round.
Look, hey, ball. You just gave him an example of something that he's doing on the court, which Chad's been doing this whole time for you, and you still didn't agree with that. So how you gonna try to use it now when he gave
What
you
he
an
just
example about what's going
now?
on
What
in the
you?
Wait,
What you?
locker room
What
so
you?
you said
and how
when
people
the last
looking
time
outside
Kyrie
of that?
got you said when the last time Russ got out the sex. See now I'm not saying that just because he lose. I don't think just because you lose means you're a cancer. I'm looking at how you're playing on the court. I don't that don't can't
Then I'm
Exactly,
looking at the fact
That's
that
what that's what
calling
I'm
somebody a
saying. But
cancer is a
and
whole
Chaz,
different level, bro.
that's what I'm saying. This whole time you've been giving him on court examples, and now you want to use an on court example, but he didn't agree to nothing you were saying when you was using on court examples.
bro,
That don't make no
what you
sense
mean?
to me.
I was acknowledging that on court shit, but I'm watching the on court and watching him, bro. The fact that you could the fact that this nigga could get picked up by any team, you could guarantee they not winning for sure because they just picked him up. Is crazy.
But you
Every
have
year,
to look at the
every single
timeline.
year.
How you say they
That's
won
every
anything?
year.
What's the business that haven't won anything? So you saying the same thing about KD?
Yeah,
So you
that nigga's
saying the
worth
same thing
Lakers.
about
I
KD?
know.
Because KD has not been winning.
I got wait.
What's this
Hey,
nigga name?
you said
Hold on, can I ask you a
KD not a
question?
cancer. Hold on, y'all. How the fuck KD not a cancer? When the last time he got at the fucking second round, nigga?
Man,
When I said the second
nigga?
round, I said the first round.
when the
2019,
last
nigga.
time he
No, you
got
said
out
the
the
second
second
round. You
round,
said the
bro?
second
Come
round.
Yeah,
You
he said
said
the
the
on.
second
second round.
round.
Fuck you
Come
talking
Said
about,
second
nigga?
round.
on.
Hold on, y'all, bitches.
What I said second round for?
The reason why
Come
you
on,
say got out the
A-ball.
second round because you were talking about how Kyrie just made the finals last year, nigga.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
Exactly,
KD got
A-ball. Come
swept. KD
on,
got
bro.
Hey,
swept.
I
Come
ain't gonna
on,
lie.
A-ball.
Hey, I
Come
ain't gonna lie.
on,
Y'all just
bro.
snapped, for. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all just snapped. Y'all just snapped. Y'all just
Bro.
snapped.
We
Y'all
just
just
being
snapped.
real, bro. We just
Y'all
being
just snapped.
real. We're not trying to shit on you. We just trying to see
Nah,
like how you
I
calling a
ain't feel
nigga
like y'all
cat.
shit on me, bro.
No,
I'm just
You
we
feel
having a
me?
conversation, bro.
That's
She
why
just
we
let
just
it
having
go.
a
We get
conversation.
it.
I'm just
so
trying to figure out
folks.
like you can't say Westbrook a cancer, bro. That's just all. That's
So
it.
you
Hey,
telling me, hey, look,
you must have been a Russ fan, bro, and he failed you, bro.
I
yeah,
think
He
you said,
failed you, and I
yes,
it
understand it,
depends.
bro.
The
It's
word, the
okay.
word you was looking for, the
Cancer
word you
yes,
was
is
he
looking
something
failed
for,
fucked
me.
up with
I get
cancer,
it,
the
though.
bro.
word,
Hey,
the
but
word
no,
you was
hey, look,
looking
hey,
for
hold on, watch
his
this, y'all. Hey, bro, remember at the beginning of the conversation, you was like, every nigga ain't meant to win all these rings. Hey,
Yeah,
you can't hold it against Russ. Maybe Russ just never meant to win a ring, bro.
His
he
timeline
not.
was just fucked
exactly.
up.
He not.
Maybe look,
So
Look,
that's what
hold
I'm
on, hold on,
saying.
hold on,
timeline is
hold
just
on.
So
fucked up,
that's
bro.
what I'm
It
saying. You
just be
calling
like
a
that,
nigga a cancer when it came to Jokic though? It's Jokic. You know what I'm saying? We got to give him some grace because
bro.
it's every nigga ain't meant to win all them rings. We hold him too high of a standard. Okay, then you just said Russ didn't let you down, so you need to let go of that and realize that Russ just not one of them niggas that's gonna get a ring, probably, bro. And that's
That's
okay,
why I
bro.
let go.
Yep.
That's why I'm trying
You
to tell
just
you.
one
I'm
of those
telling you how I
niggas.
came to
That
that
don't mean he a
realization.
cancer though. But that
I
don't
came to
mean he
that
a cancer.
realization, folks. It
But
hurt
that
me,
don't mean
folks.
he
I
a
came to
cancer.
that realization, but it hurt me,
But
folks.
hey, ball, that don't mean he a
My pops
cancer,
used to
bro.
be saying the same shit I was saying, and I was
So
coming just
it's
like y'all. I'm
generational
like, nah,
trauma.
Russ
It's
cold. Now
generational
y'all
So the
like
trauma.
took the
word you
Russ
was
cold.
looking for
He
was
I
got
his
didn't even
play
see
generational
through
style
this
trauma,
don't
shit,
bro.
folks.
translate to winning. His play style don't translate to
His
winning.
play Yep, exactly. That's all it
No
is.
fact.
He just missed his window, man. It is what it
He
is.
Yeah,
did.
he had an
He missed his
He
opportunity in
just
window.
missed his
2012, though.
window.
He had an opportunity.
He had an
But the
opportunity
problem
and he
is,
missed
I'm
it.
not
That's
even
all.
talking about his window. Like, fuck his prime. With the fact that he could be on your team now and you guaranteed to not win now, bro. Even as a minimum player, he's
But
out
you
there
can say
selling.
that about KD,
You can say that
bro.
No,
about a lot
no,
of
Okay,
niggas.
well,
no,
you can say that about
Does
no,
James
that
Harden.
wait?
no.
You have
You
to
can
say
say
that
that
about
about
KD because
Kawhi.
that's literally been the
You
truth.
got to say that about James Harden for sure, nigga.
Yeah, about
Nigga,
James
Exactly.
Harden.
how?
You
James
gotta say
Harden
about
did
But
more.
James
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 Harden.
Harden
That's
four
Harden,
what he
seed.
did.
James Harden ain't did shit.
James Harden, the fourth seed right now.
Hold on, Malik. This is the thing, right? Does it not make it worse that you just said as a minimum player outside of their prime? But these other
Come
niggas are
on.
still playing at a high level and they're still letting their teams down.
And
So that
still
not
saying
losing
age
at
is
the
runs.
highest level and losing still, dog.
Who?
Come on, bro.
Wait. You telling me James Harden
on.
let his team down win?
James Harden is still
He's a
losing. What are you
perennial
talking about?
playoff
If he
choker.
ain't winning the championship, that's letting the team down. They
Bro.
ain't even in the championship.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Hold on.
Hey, look.
So
Now,
what
what we
about
just
Philly?
said
What about Philly?
it's
What about Philly in that game?
remember because when it was coming to you and how we talking about Russ, it's no real acknowledgement acknowledgement of the fact that his role switching up and down. He got to deal with this. Okay, so let's keep the same energy for Harden. Did Harden not let the team that way?
Same energy for
Harden not
Harden,
let
bro.
the team down last year in the playoffs?
Let me look at. I don't
Oh, now
really
look,
remember.
you better say
Harden
nobody
let that
that.
Philly
I don't
team
remember
down.
what he did.
That team, he definitely
I don't
let
remember
The
what he
Harden let the
did.
76ers down against Boston when they were up
He
3-2.
definitely let that Philly
Exactly.
down.
When they, what about Game 7, James Harden? What did he do in Game 7?
Oh
Yeah, what are you doing
shit!
Game
Ain't
7?
Game
cancer,
7 against
ain't
who?
cancer.
Come on,
Game
James
7
Harden
against
is a
who?
cancer.
against
What
them,
James
the?
Harden
against
is
the
a
Celtics.
cancer.
Game 7 against who? The Celtics?
Against the
James
Yeah,
James
they
Celtics
had
Alright,
him
I'm
in
gonna
the
look.
killing
Hey,
streak.
look,
He
look.
got his
Hey,
ass
look. Hey, look. You
cooked.
ain't even gotta tell me. I'm gonna look it up right now. And if y'all right,
against
I'm
the
gonna
Bro,
give you your
you
props.
Celtics.
you getting
If
cooked
y'all right,
right
I'm gonna
now,
give you
bro.
your
I ain't
props
gonna
for
lie.
it.
You getting cooked right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Hey,
Look,
James Harden.
look it up.
James
Look it
Harden
up.
is definitely a cancer in your book, buddy.
What
He's
he
definitely a
what
cancer in
exactly?
your
That's
book.
what
Oh
I'm
God.
saying.
He for
Oh
sure a
God.
cancer in your book, bro.
Yeah, he
I'm
played
like,
I know his fans are
wait,
books
wait.
about
So
it.
so
You don't even have to think about that.
wait. Is Paul George a cancer?
Yeah,
Paul
it's
George
Paul
is a
George.
cancer in
Paul
his book
George is a
too.
worse cancer than Russ. That nigga is ass. I'm
Okay,
not giving
okay,
you.
okay.
Paul
You
George is ass.
consistent. You
I'm not
consistent.
talking
I
about no
want to
Paul
be.
George.
No, he's not consistent because he said Kyrie
Now
got
you
cancer.
trying to be consistent.
Nah,
You
Paul
trying
George
to
is for
be
sure
consistent.
ass.
I'm
You
talking
don't
over
gotta
his
ask about no
Paul
Paul George.
George.
He worse
Yeah.
than Russ.
Wait.
He worse than Russ with this shit.
So Katie, like, wait, did Katie not get fucking swept last year?
Yeah.
That's cool. It be like
Yeah, he
that.
got swept.
Cancer, right?
Nah, hell
Hey,
no.
Nah,
He
it
ain't
hey,
no
don't be
cancer.
no,
like
no,
No,
that.
listen,
You
listen,
can't
listen.
get a
No,
He ain't no
game, bro.
cancer.
A-ball, he might not even make the play-in this year. He's a
Yeah, he
cancer.
might not even
It
make the
be like
playoffs.
that. It
And
be
the
like
Suns
He's
were
a
that,
the
bro.
number
It
one
be
team
cancer.
in
like
the
that,
West
bro.
before he got there. So
No,
What you
you really
bro.
not
mean?
gonna say he was a cancer?
Hey,
Who?
the
Uh
Suns
oh.
was number one. Uh-oh.
Exactly.
Nigga, they
Uh
got their
oh.
ass spanked. They got
A-ball,
spanked
what
the
you
year
gonna
he
say?
got there. They got
A-ball,
spanked the year
but
before
hold,
he got there.
A-ball, hold on,
Wait.
A-ball.
So
And
does
they
that
was
They
in
mean?
the
won a
finals. They was
game
in
in
the
They
the
lost
finals
about
before
finals
he
40
You
before
points.
Kevin
just
Durant.
said that
Before he
and
got
Kevin.
there,
have
they lost
not
about
been
40
back number
points.
one since
They
he
were at the
got
top
there.
of
So
the
he's
Yeah,
conference.
and they
If they
had
were
no
at
way
the
back to the
top of the
finals
Western
either.
Conference before he got there, and then when they got there, they dropped it and they lost in the second round. What does
They
that mean?
lost in the second round the year before he got there too, bro.
that mean he a
But
cancer,
they
right?
How that make him? It was the
but
same
without him,
shit. And Chris Paul got hurt.
but without him, did they not have decent sustained success?
Yeah.
Yep,
They were a number one
Did
seed
they?
in the previous season.
yep.
They went to the finals.
They're
Yeah.
declining
Bro,
with him. They're declining with him. They're declining with him. He's a
Yeah, they're
cancer.
They are
declining with him.
declining
They're
with him. They
So
are
declining.
is he not
They're
a
declining.
cancer?
declining
Is he
with
not a
him. He's a
cancer?
Yeah.
cancer.
They
Bro,
they
so
had
you
Kevin
not
And,
gonna
Durant
and,
and
and, and they about to
hey,
beat them.
look.
And they
Hey,
finna
so
beat
you
them
not
They're
gonna
last
they
acknowledge?
year.
had Kevin Durant. They get swept
You
in the
not
first
going to
round.
acknowledge
Then
that
after
Chris
they don't even
Paul
make the
got hurt
A-ball.
playoffs.
against the Nuggets,
A-ball
bro?
is
You not
Oh,
going to acknowledge
hilarious,
that?
you add
bro.
Kevin Durant, you
A-ball
get
is
Wait,
swept by
hilarious.
Luka
hold on.
still.
A-ball is
Y'all heard that nigga
hilarious.
just say what he
A-ball.
just said? He said, you're
Yo,
not going to acknowledge that this player getting hurt. This player, oh, but what about for Russ? Oh, man.
oh.
Yeah.
What you
Hey, wait, wait,
mean?
Oh,
wait. Hey,
man.
wait. Chaz.
What
Wait.
about
It's
with
just
Kawhi getting
funny.
hurt
Hey, bro.
last year? What about that? What about the
Nigga,
previous
I ain't
season when
asked
Kawhi
Russ
got
to win.
hurt?
I asked him to be good. He
Like,
wasn't.
come on now.
What the fuck?
What?
What?
Now you moving the
A-ball,
He wasn't
what?
even
goalposts.
good.
Now you
Now
moving
listen,
the
this is what I'm
You
gonna
goalposts
can't
say.
even say he was
again. There
contributing
he
to
You
go
said
winning.
again.
you said
Now
Chris
he
Paul got hurt
moving
for
it
Kevin Durant. So what
again.
about Russ and Paul George not being there? Is that
What
don't
you mean?
count?
What's the Paul George?
What about Kawhi?
Yeah, against
Kawhi
the
was
Suns,
gone,
against
and
the
Russ didn't
Suns,
even play
against the
good, so you
Suns.
can't even
What
say
about
Moving it
Kawhi
again.
came back, they would have won because Russ not
actually
even doing shit.
he was one of the biggest reasons why they won the games that they won.
Who, Russ?
Yes.
In
Yeah,
2024?
I'm talking about against the Suns, right?
yeah.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about
Yes.
2024. Now, 2023, he had some decent games.
Like no,
His ass sold.
even in 24, his offense was shot. His offensive scoring was shot, but it was his defense. He was a really good defender in that series.
Bro, so Russell Westbrook playing like fucking Pat Bev, that's cool to you?
He not a
No,
cancer.
he was better defensively than Pat Bev in that series. No
Yeah.
lie.
We just
What
trying to tell
the
you.
fuck?
We just trying to tell you that he not a cancer, bro.
Nah, he
Yeah.
That's
not
my
a,
whole
I'm
point.
not gonna say cancer, bro. I'm gonna just
Okay,
say
all
detriment,
right,
bro.
all
He
All
right.
right,
might be a
cool.
detriment,
All
bro.
right,
Conversation
cool.
over. Conversation over. Next
Cool.
convo. Oh man, shit crazy, man.
Yo, I'm ready low key.
Yeah.
I don't know what I
All
need
right,
to
Crunch.
do.
All right, Crunch. Appreciate you, bro.
But now I was
Let
ready to
me.
say that game come on 20 minutes. Chaz
That's
finna
that's what I'm
stream
gonna
it.
stream. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, yo. I was sitting here listening to y'all. Y'all be having me rolling, bro.
Bro, this is hilarious, bro.
For real.